What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Scores! He did it again!
I just killed him. Before the game, I just killed John Madden because of a stink bomb.
Split special teamers, and now Brown is off to the races. Hurdles, kicks him in.
Giants are coming off a worse week than Harvey Weinstein.
That was the most exciting thing to happen tonight.
Game's over. Game is finally fucking be over.
Ed, you got to turn your mic on.
Revenue from that day just for broadcasting on major networks. So, in order to recap some kind of funds there, like if we can push it early enough, they're going to do it.
Yeah, well,
that's just what I heard them talking about today. So, just
didn't basketball literally just end?
Yes.
Like not more than 2 months ago.
It was like more than 1 month ago.
Yeah, it was like a month ago. I think it was right before October.
I think we've only had like 2 weeks without something on basketball.
Yeah.
Do we need that much basketball that soon?
No.
Personally, no.
They could push it back till January. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, January sounds about right.
Yeah.
What about hockey? When's hockey coming back?
Yeah, Jeremy.
More important.
Yes, I agree, Nate.
I don't think they've had a real
meeting about
yet.
it. Well, don't they usually start later?
Hockey's more of an impact sport, so the guys get a little more abused.
They need to heal the broken bones
and surgeries they had.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, never mind. I was like, oh, I should have started Jones. No, I'm good. Not worried about it.
Yeah, well, at least we know basketball's coming back eventually. So, Who knows? We may see it December, may see it in January. We'll just see.
So, hockey's
No.
talking about possibly
play some.
coming back January 1st.
Huh?
Is it basketball looking at doing another dome thing in Orlando, or are they actually gonna
No,
travel
they're
and
gonna
shit like?
travel, I believe.
Oh,
So they're going to travel like football and baseball did for the regular season? What did you say football's doing and baseball did?
Yeah. I think it would probably be better.
Yeah, and I think the guys would flip a nut if they were told they had to sit in dome for the whole season again.
That would drive me insane personally.
Yeah. It's one thing when you're doing for playoffs, but they were in there for, some of them for, what, 5 months? 6 months?
No, I think the max was like 2.5 months if they won the championship.
Still, that's a long time.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah, but
a
that's
lot
only,
of isolation.
that's only the teams that won it. The other ones were done in like 2 months.
Yeah, but you're talking about a lot of teams that didn't do it that are going to be like, fuck that.
Well, that's why there's a lot of people who didn't go to the bubble.
Right.
Bubble.
Should I give us a thumbs down on the YouTube?
No, it actually screws with our metrics.
yeah. We need as many thumbs ups as possible.
Yes. So, Chris, let's get to our moment with you.
All right. So for college football, Wisconsin again canceled another game due to their, 20-something players and staff having COVID. This is the second game in a row that they're not going to play. So with that, my question is, Jesus. All right, with that, my question is...
Jesus is never the question. Jesus is always the answer.
I was waiting for that.
Before you ask that question, Chris, have they already played any games? What's their current record?
They played one.
Okay.
Did they win or lose that?
They won.
What?
They were the favorite in the West for the Big Ten. Now I remember why I didn't miss Nate.
Nate's just got to turn down his thing.
Nate's here takes so much longer.
It's because it's so much more fun.
You just got to turn it down a little bit, Nate. It's very loud.
Yeah, it's because I can't hear anything when you play sound effects.
Yeah, when you play your sound effects, it like peaks. Bad.
How's that pearl forming for you guys? Because it sounds like you got a lot of sand in your vaginas.
All right, Mr. Big heart, small penis.
Hey, don't worry. Nate peaks when he plays his sound effects too.
I've peaked so many times in my life. It's just getting.
Jeez. All right. So with that being said, do we think with them only having an 8-game regular season, they've already missed 2? Is that pretty much in their hopes of a successful season and potentially playing for the Big Ten conference title?
Yeah, I would say they're basically done.
Yeah, I think if they miss one more game, they are out of
contention.
Yeah,
100%. But
I think the thing would be it all depends on who they play. I mean, best chance would be they get in as a lower seed to try to get to the Big Ten championship, but I don't think they do a playoff format for that kind of stuff.
And say if they go in at a lower seed, they might have an unfair advantage.
Yeah, they would. If
what do you
they
mean?
did a
The players
playoff
saw
format.
the COVID fog.
There you go. All right, so moving on. So this week, number 4 Notre Dame plays number 1 Clemson in the ACC conference. So if Notre Dame can upset number 1 Clemson, do we think that Clemson should drop out of the top 4 because they're ranked number 1, or do you think they should just possibly drop down to 4?
I'd say it all depends how the game is. I mean, if it's a blowout and Notre Dame completely runs away with it, then I think yes. But if it's a close game, comes down the wire, like a 3 or a 1-score game, I think they maybe should drop to like the 3 spot, maybe the 4 spot at worst.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't see them dropping any further down than really number 3.
Because it's not like they're losing to some no-name schmuck like BC or something.
Yeah, they're not losing to a number 12 or number 50 team.
So the reason I think that they'll drop to 4 is because you have Bama sitting at 2, Ohio State sitting at 3, right? So it'd be hard to slide them in with a loss over either of those undefeated teams.
Yeah.
So I think they would have to drop to 4.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, what if one of those teams move up to 1? So if, say, Alabama moves to 1, then 2, and if your 3 moves to 2, then 3's available.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but then
if Notre Dame
But
just
then Notre
beat
Dame
them.
just beat them, so they would be higher ranked.
Yeah.
so that's why I say they would have to probably just drop down to 4, and everybody else move up 1 slot.
Who's the 5th seed?
5th seed is Georgia right now.
Are they undefeated as well?
No, their losses to Alabama.
All right, so
The
yeah,
number 2.
I'd say that's going to be a toss up between those 2 teams. Then it's all going to depend how it looks too.
Yeah, I agree with that. And do you think that the fact that they're without their Heisman favorite starting quarterback, is going to be an excuse to be like, oh, this is why we're not dropping them as far?
I can say some people might try that, but I think in this year they're going to be. You got to play with who's there. There's no. The excuses aren't going to work this year. COVID's not going to be a reason why we're keeping people where they are.
Excuses are
I
like
agree.
a-holes. Everybody has one, and they all stink.
No, everyone has
Very,
them, and they're
very
all,
true.
all COVID.
Yeah, everything's COVID.
Everything's COVID.
All right, Nate, this is for you. Your Raging Cajun news. The Raging Cajuns defeated the Texas State Bobcats last week to improve to 5-1 on the season with a score of 44-34. QB1 Levi Lewis was 22 for 32 for 332 and a pair of touchdowns with 1 intercept. So they're still not in the AP top 25, but they did receive 101 votes this week, and that's up from last week's 50 votes.
Yeah, there you go.
They're making progress.
How much?
I think if
how many
Coastal
votes do they
Carolina
need
moves
to
up.
get into the AP top 25?
That one I'm not 100% sure of, but I know they're close because they're because I'm pretty sure the way that they list it, the honorable or also receiving votes, I think they were like the next one down from number 25, so they're probably sitting at 26.
Ah,
I think if Coastal Carolina continues to win and moves up, and these guys continue to win, they'll break into the top 25 probably in the next 2 weeks.
that'd be cool.
I
So
hope
just
that
in
would
time for
happen.
the season to be over.
Yeah, pretty much. But they'll get a decent bowl game that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll get a real bowl game.
Yeah, it
What
won't
they-
be the, I scratched my ass bowl.
That's
I
my
like that
favorite
bowl.
bowl.
I know, I get the selfies.
I'm glad it's not just me.
Well,
All
Chris
right,
got
so
a dingleberry shot the other day when I was pooping because I had company and I wanted to show him.
oh yeah, yeah.
The only time we snap each other is when we poop.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like clockwork. Pretty much, about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, you
Yeah,
gotta
you've
stay
been really
regular.
Like, I've been kind of off.
Yeah, you have. So
And
this
that
week,
poop talk.
yeah, that's poop talk with Nate. So this week, after talking to Nate a little bit, in between shows, we decided to add in some, to more closely relate college to pro, our draft prospects. So each week I'll update it if it changes the top 10. And then as we get closer to draft, I'll start expanding it out to the rest of the first round. So
Ooh,
as of right
all
now,
32.
according to CBS Sports, what's that?
All 32.
Yeah. So as we get closer to draft, I'll expand it out. But for right now, I'm just focusing on the top 10. So according to CBS Sports, the top 10 projected draft picks in the 2021 draft, as of right now, mind you, nobody has declared yet for the draft. There are rumors that Trevor Lawrence may stay. There's rumors that Justin Fields may stay for another year.
Well, would
But
you
as
want
of
to go
right
to either
now-
of those 2 teams?
No. So as of right now, with the number 1 pick, the New York Jets are going to try to take Trevor Lawrence from Clemson.
And
Good pick.
If they are the number 1 pick, he will stay and play his senior year.
I would make that assumption.
But I don't know. They have Sam Darnold there. This is his second year.
Yeah.
He missed
Yeah.
third. He missed a good portion of last year because of mono.
Yeah, he's missing
and
a bunch.
Yeah, and I feel like the Jets are in a rebuilding stage, so I think that they may trade back.
Yeah,
and that's a possibility.
The issue is I'm not sure who would be willing to trade up and what they'd give him for that spot.
The Patriots.
The Patriots for sure. He's a
a good QB,
a fresh young quarterback.
So I did look at that for you guys before I get started.
I'm not going to trade with the Patriots.
You know who
so
could? Not to cut you off, but the Falcons could move up. Matt Ryan's not getting any younger.
Nope.
Very true.
Yeah, that team needs a new coach before they figure any of that shit out.
They're on their coach since Ryan's been there.
Hey, Nate.
Yeah.
It's interesting that you bring up the Patriots because I looked because I knew this was going to come up. They're actually projected to take, I can't think of the kid's name off the top of my head right now, but he's the QB from BYU. That's who they're projected to take.
Ah.
You are projected to take a QB. So I think.
So that means we're trading out of the first round for a kicker again?
Zach Wilson.
Maybe the Packers will trade up and take Trevor Lawrence because for whatever reason we need another first-round draft pick, first-round quarterback.
Another quarterback.
Yeah.
Chris, is it Zach Wilson?
I think so. It sounds right.
CBS Sports has him going to the Patriots in the first round.
That'll never happen.
So yeah. So
no, I think it will. I think they're gonna because they want the 5 years out of the quarterback on cheap money.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. So at number 2, the Jacksonville Jaguars are projected to select Justin Fields, quarterback from Ohio State.
But what about Minshew Mania? The stats.
He has, from what I've read, they want to. I think they want to start building around a franchise quarterback, and they feel that Fields is that guy because he's more mobile than Minshew, and I think he's probably a better passer, more accurate than Minshew. But I don't think you're going to get a stash out of Justin Fields. You might get a big afro, but not a stash.
I'm starting to think that Minshew might take the role of Fitzpatrick, where he's just this journeyman quarterback that can fill in when you need it, mentor somebody, but never really always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yep.
So
I would agree with that.
I don't think he's ever going to get to that level.
Well, Nate, you'll be happy. The Packers are up 14-3.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. Except I picked the 49ers to win.
The funny part is I picked Green Bay.
I'd rather lose in the picks and them win than the other way around.
That's how I feel. All right, so at 3, the Bengals, since they don't need a quarterback because they have Burrows, they're taking.
Well, they just
hey,
got
Travis,
Burrows.
You want to pronounce this for me?
Nope. It's all you.
Penei Sewell, or Sewell, from Oregon for offensive lineman. The Washington football team, surprise, surprise, they're going to get rid of Haskins. We know they're getting rid of Haskins.
Yep.
They're going to take Trey Lance, QB, North Dakota State. The kid that hasn't played this year.
8 quarterbacks on the roster.
Now I have a question. Has Alex Smith played at all for Washington? I know he played 1 point, but are they not keeping him playing?
No, they did not. They went to their other guy.
Yeah.
Well, that's just stupid.
Yeah. And then at number 5, the Giants take Micah Parsons, linebacker out of Penn State. Smitty's going to be happy because I looked through all 32, and the Dolphins have 3 picks in the first round.
Really?
Yeah, that's because last year when they traded away all their players, they got some first rounders this year that they current draft, and then first rounders next year as well.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Because their number 6 pick is a trade from Houston, and they're going to try to. It looks like they're going to try to take Gregory Rousseau, defensive lineman out of Miami, Florida.
Yeah. At least he doesn't have to go very far.
Now, you're going to kind of educate us on if you feel like these guys are worth where they're going.
So, as far as the top 5, Trey Lance, he's a great dual threat quarterback. He's accurate. I'm not 100%. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm not 100% familiar with Sewell from Oregon, They start play this week, so I can actually watch and kind of see how he looks. Micah Parsons, I think that game last weekend, Ohio State, Penn State, would have went very differently. I think it would have been a lot closer game had he not opted out.
And
He's
Joe
probably
there?
one of the best linebackers in the country.
Oh.
What's that, Nate?
I said, and if Joe Paterno was there,
I mean, he'd probably have his, thumb up some player's butt. I don't know.
Don't speak about the dead.
Yeah. So, number 7, the Atlanta Falcons take Patrick Surtain, defensive back out of Bama.
sorry, my computer needed to hurry up with my fail. I failed at failing.
All right, so, I mean, he's out of Alabama. We know these guys out of Alabama usually seem to perform pretty well in the pros.
Yep.
The Dolphins, with their second pick,
Unless
take
you're
Jalen Waddle. What's that?
I said, unless you're Eddie Lacy.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's because he gained like 120 pounds, but...
Oh, so fat. He should have been a fullback.
I can hear Bandit from here,
So-
Jeremy.
That's not me.
Oh, that's my end.
Oh, that's yours?
I was gonna say.
Amanda's home, and she came down, and both dogs are down here, and Harlow's
Ah.
playing.
Hello,
Hi.
Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
How's it going?
You gonna do your picks live, or you taking a shower and gonna do them from the shower?
It depends on when you do it. I do have to shower.
Just bring
so
the camera
with
with you.
their
It'll be
second
fine.
No.
I don't have a microphone set up in the bathroom. I'll have to run some cord later.
You have the wireless ones. Just tell her to use the wireless ones.
Oh, I do. I can set that
Oh,
up.
jeez.
They're just not waterproof.
We'll put them in a bag.
just hang it up above her.
I do not need to do the show in the shower. No video in the shower.
Everybody just got way too excited.
I
So,
know.
Kyle-
We'll fuzz it out for you.
Look,
We can
Figures.
blur the background.
figures I'm in a committed relationship with a prude.
Excuse me. I'm pretty sure I'm interested in more things than you are most days.
Remember, this is live.
I'm
This is
aware.
the moment where Nate realized he fucked up.
I don't
Okay.
hide from people.
So Kyle Allen has started for the Washington football team the past 2 games, and he subbed in the Rams game. So they went to Kyle Allen, and Alex Smith has only thrown 17 passes and completed 9. That was in that Rams loss they had. Just to get you guys caught up on what was going on with that.
So they're definitely looking for a new QB.
Though they might like Kyle Allen, I don't know, but
Who knows? All right, so with
I
the
think he
Dolphins'
wants
second
the money.
pick, they're picking on who?
Jalen Waddle. This guy is the one that actually just his season ended with an injury, and he's
Oh.
still projected to go number 8. Wide receiver out of Alabama. This is the reason that they're saying essentially that Alabama may not win the SEC, and they could potentially screw themselves out of a national title because this kid is that good that he's that make or break receiver.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I've watched a couple games with him. He's legit. And then 9, the LA Chargers, I can't talk, take Kyle Pitts, a tight end out of Florida. Not super familiar with him. I'll have to do some research on him to let you guys know how good he actually is. And then number 10, a defensive back out of Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. He's going to go potentially to the Broncos, pending any trades or anything like that.
Yeah, any moves?
Yeah, it's that's why I only did the top 10 because it's too early to tell kind of who's going to be moving around, and the way this season is going, who knows, what the needs of these teams is going to become.
Yeah,
with
a
all
lot
the
of
injuries and everything like that.
Oh.
And like some of these kids, they've already said that they opted out of the season, so they may wait and play next season anyways. They may play their senior year, so things may change.
Yeah.
So few stats on Kyle Pitt: 6'6", 246 pounds.
Wow.
He has 22 receptions for 355 yards and 7 touchdowns this season.
Wow, that's a big tight end.
And
that's in the SEC. That's a lot for a tight end to have.
All right. Is that all you got, Jeremy?
Yeah, that's in 4 games.
That's in 4 games.
Is that 4 games or? Yeah, 4 games.
4.
3-1.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, he has 22 receptions, so it's not like he has a lot of receptions.
Yeah, but it's a shit ton of yards for that many receptions, though.
He's averaging 16.1 yards. So,
Wow.
I mean,
that's a stout tight end.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
It sounds like he's worth the grab.
Oh yeah, if he can stay healthy, he will be.
Jeremy's
That's
number
the
1
key.
pick for next year's fantasy gets hurt.
Yeah, I don't think I have many current players on my fantasy team that were picked in my draft.
On
anymore.
your draft team.
Yeah, they're
I've
not
had
part
to
of his
replace
draft
that.
team. All right, Nate, let's get to your think tank.
Woo! You ready for this?
I
Nate
think
doesn't
so.
Think.
So, I know it's an oldie but a goodie. We're gonna bring back. I'm taking it back.
Bringing it back?
So, this. Why am I ticking?
I
I
don't
was
know.
wondering the same question.
Hang on. Don't hang on. So this week we are going to do. I have the top 50. I have the top 50 sports video games of all time.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Again, top 50 top sports video games of all time.
All right.
For what website I got this off of. And since Travis is the thick, he gets the lead at the table. It'll be Jeremy and then Chris, because Chris is the last one to enter.
He's our newcomer.
Yep,
I'm the effing new guy.
you are the new guy.
The probie.
Hold on, let me text the wife back.
I'm going to go with NBA Jam.
NBA Jam is number. Oh, you gotta get within the top 15.
Okay.
NBA Jam is number 12.
Yes.
So Travis, you are on the board.
I'm on the board.
Is Madden itself, or do I have to have a year?
You have to have a year.
I'm gonna say.
What year, Jeremy?
94 Madden.
Oh, wow.
That's old.
That was a good one, though.
It was old, but I am not seeing no Madden 94 in the top 15.
All right, Chris, your turn.
NFL Blitz.
Oh, I almost forgot about that one. I have that.
Oh, hang on. NFL Blitz is not on the list.
Oh, really?
Let him do that.
Um,
I'm gonna suck at this because I've
Let's
literally the 2 that we've named already are the only 2 I've ever really played.
Wayne Gretzky hockey. That's an
No,
old.
sir.
Huh?
No.
No.
I'm gonna go with Madden 2010.
2010 is not on the list.
All right, Chris.
Chris, you're up.
UFC by EA, the original one.
No.
Techno Bowl.
Tecmo Bowl?
Yes.
Are you sure it's Tecmo Bowl? Is that what you want?
It's Techno Bowl, I thought.
Are you sure?
You sure you want Tecmo Bowl?
That's the full word.
Yeah, I think so. It was on Nintendo. It's the original one.
Loser.
I was about to ask if I should give it to you. I'm going to give it to you. It's Tecmo Super Bowl.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, you
If
know
I'm
what?
not mistaken, there is a Tecmo Bowl out there.
I don't know. I'd Google it for you, but I can't Google things right now.
That's true.
Yeah, we're not allowed to
Are
go.
you doing it?
All right,
Say-
so
say-
right
say
now,
like This is
they're
how my laptop's currently sitting.
So right now, Travis is up 2-0. Jeremy.
I'm gonna go with. What year was that? I'm gonna go with.
I am proud of you, Travis, for getting Tecmo Bowl though,
Yeah.
because that one should have been gotten.
Um,
Come on, Jeremy.
Come on, quick. First to 5.
NCAA college football, whatever the hell that is, 2010.
Nope. All right, Chris. Come on, get on the board. There is one game on here that I know for a fact you've played.
What's that old school fucking boxing one?
Mike Tyson. Is that the Mike Tyson boxing?
No.
Punch Out. Punch Out.
That was my next guess.
Yes. Punch Out is at number 2. Well done, Chris.
I'm going to go with Madden 64.
Madden 64 is not in the top 15, but let me see if I can find.
Because I want to say that was the first one that was made for the Nintendo 64. That's why it was called Madden 64.
Nope.
No. Wow.
I don't think there was a Madden 64.
There was. We had it.
No, we had like Madden 93 or Madden 94.
No, the first one was called Madden 64.
No, because we had Madden on Sega.
Did we?
Yes, we did. Nate's nodding his head going, yeah, he's right.
Okay, Jeremy, make your pick.
Yeah, make your pick.
Is it, let's go with Madden 2018.
Oh, that one was. I actually like that one.
Jeremy, you're so bad at picking Maddens.
You
I
are.
don't-
There's
so
a lot.
bad.
There's a lot of Maddens on here. You're just picking the wrong years.
I don't play video games.
I'm right there with you, Jeremy.
Okay.
Why
so
do you
the
think I'm
last-
picking all these ones from when we were kids?
The last Madden I probably played was Madden 93.
Chris, you're up.
Which was also not on the list.
NBA Street.
Ooh, that was
Oh, that's
a
a
good.
good
That
one.
was a good one.
'Cause that was like the after of NBA
Jam.
Jam.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was the knockoff Jam.
So NBA Street Volume 2 is number 17 on the list, and I would have given it to you either way, because I bet you had no idea there were volumes.
I didn't.
I didn't either.
right. This is the last go around, and I'll give you guys the list.
Oh.
Hey, Green Bay's up again.
They are.
Not a touchdown.
Go AA Rod. I need those points.
Super Mario Golf.
That's not sport. Actually, no, on Nate's list, that might be a sports game.
Nate's got enough golf clubs for it to be a sport.
Oh, don't even get me going.
Super Mario Golf is not on there.
Tiger Woods Golf.
But I will give you Wii Sports at number 40.
Don't get a point for it, but
Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2003 is number 49. Chris, this is your chance.
last guess.
If
Time
you get
me up.
this, we'll do a sudden death with you and Travis.
He almost forgot my name.
Yeah, you did.
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark just because you said there's a lot of Madden games and say Madden 05.
Oh, so close.
Is
Very,
it number
very
16?
It's Madden the year I graduated from high school.
04.
I don't know that.
06. Oh, that's right. You graduated the same year as Maureen. 06.
All right, so I will give you guys you want the top 25?
Yeah, sure.
Top
All
three.
At 25, you have sports championships. 24, Jordan versus Bird 1-on-1. 23 was NFL Street. 22, Triple Play 2002. 21 is Virtua Tennis. 20, Major League Baseball featuring Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh, jeez, I forgot about that one.
19, at WWF No Mercy. 18, Mario Tennis 64. 17,
Isn't that what I said? Was Mario Tennis?
It's still no. You said Mario Madden.
Golf.
Oh, Mario Golf. Yeah, sorry.
17, NBA Street Volume 2. 16, and I love this game, NHL 94.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I played the crap out of that.
Yeah, so good on Sega. Number 15, Fight Night Round 4. 14, RBI Baseball. 13, NBA Live 2005. 12, we got NBA Jam. 11, MLB 09 The Show. 10, Backyard Sports Series. Number 9, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2.
Oh, Jesus.
I forgot about that.
Playing this game.
I like, my hands still hurt from that game.
No exaggeration. I stayed up a solid 48 hours playing this game.
You're so.
It's a good fucking game.
It was a good game. It was one of those that you came out and you just couldn't stop playing.
And
You wanted
the
to
best part,
beat
he was probably
everything.
grinding for like 25 of those hours straight.
Yeah, you were.
You used to be able to rack up the points if you just held the grind.
Yep.
Timer wouldn't stop while you're mid-grind.
Yep, because you were still in a trick.
Yep.
Number 8, MVP Baseball 2005. Number 7, Madden 2006. Number 6, 3-on-3 NHL Hockey. NHL Arcade, my bad. Number 5 is Snowboard Supercross 3. Number 4, which we got, Tecmo Super Bowl. Number 3, NBA 2K11. Number 2 was Punch Out. And number 1 is FIFA 10.
Oh, jeez.
Whoever made that list
Sure,
is
like
horrible.
Yeah.
So, Chris, you have to understand this. Nate's list, he pulls from the most obnoxious place ever.
Oh,
You have
I
to go
figured.
completely outside what you expect your
Yeah.
choices to be.
I'm just
Like, when I
glad
was
like
thinking
NBA
sports, I
Jam was
wasn't
on there.
thinking like pro skater, snowboarding, or anything like that either, though.
Yeah.
Excite Bike was number 46.
I probably would have gone with, like, if I was guessing snowboarding, I would have gone like 1080. You remember that game?
Yeah.
Big Buck Hunter Pro was 42.
Oh, jeez.
Sports was 40. Need for Speed Most Wanted was 36. So you guys could have gone. I mean, Super Dodgeball was number 33.
Wait, what was Paperboy on there too? Is that a sport?
No, but Joe Montana's Sports Talk Football was 32.
Okay, so a quick rundown on Madden. The first video game featuring the iconic football personality came out in 1988, primarily for computers running what system?
That would be Windows 3.1.
Nope.
Atari?
Nope.
No, if it can't. Hold. What? 98?
1988,
Oh,
primarily for computers.
That was when when computers were running DOS-based Windows.
It's
88 was
MS-DOS.
Yeah. Well, that's
MS-DOS. The second version of John Madden Football, which arrived in 1990, was the first for consoles running on what systems? 1990. What systems were out?
That would be the Nintendo and
I think Sega came out in the later 90s, so probably.
no. Sega came out early 90s. We couldn't afford it till the late 90s.
Well, that's why I said 3-4. That's still not late.
I would say
Think
Nintendo
about
and
PlayStation
Sega.
1 came out in 98.
When did Super Nintendo come out? 94, 95?
Yeah.
So yeah, Nintendo and Sega and probably the TI-83.
It is Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
told
yeah,
you it was on Sega. You were saying N64.
Gaming
I love
console
that.
I think didn't get a fair share was a Sega Saturn.
I
That
remember I used to
console.
play with the Cowboys and run sweeps with Emmett and just go all day. That game was so unfair if you were the Cowboys.
Oh, it was
Back
kind of
in
like
the
in
early 90s.
in Techno Bowl. If you were the Raiders, all you had to be was Bo Jackson. You were gone. You were done.
Yep.
That's why when I play it against Mikey, I always pick the Raiders. I'm like, oh, he's dead. I'm like, Connor, pick the Raiders. You want the Raiders. That was fun.
That's all the random information about the origination of Madden from me.
It was nice bringing the think tank back.
It's been a long while.
It has.
I love how Amanda tried to give me a hint about the year she graduated, like I was gonna know that.
No, but Jeremy should have.
Yeah, it was
I
right
would've
after
guessed
Jeremy's
it
pick.
I got nothing for that one. I can't back you up
I
on that
can't
one,
hear
Jeremy.
anything.
What do you mean you can't hear anything?
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh.
It blipped out.
I said Jeremy should have known.
I heard that part, but I didn't hear anything else after that.
That's okay.
It wasn't important.
It sucks to you.
Women stuff, no big deal.
So let's get to the NFL. Who wants to get to the NFL? So the Dallas Cowboys have absolutely no idea what they're doing.
Wait, time out before we get to that. Amanda's okaying Nate bringing more junk to his house.
No, just that one specific thing.
Wait,
and
what?
it has to be already made.
Hold on, what kind of car do we get to bring to Nate's house now?
Thing?
Can we pick up that rat rod?
It's the fire engine thing.
It's so cool.
Fire engine thing.
It's all right.
The block that has the fire coming off the top.
Oh.
Like I'd say, I'd modify it. I'd have the probably a straight 6 and run the fire right through the cylinders.
Oh yeah, that would
so
look
you
so
have
much
like
better.
Six fire ports coming up the center.
See, I only have an aluminum motor.
If it came out each individual cylinder while like the pistons were pushing the fire out.
So timed.
Yeah.
Actually, we could do that with solenoids, with electronic solenoids.
See, that would be better. And then if it had like an actual firing order for that.
Listen, I say he can bring junk to the house, and then he bitches about the things I said he could bring. And, like, there's no winning with him.
All right. Well,
are you just realizing this?
Let me bring back the 1946 Ford Tudor. We'll take the engine out of that. We'll make that into your little fire thing.
But the rest of the car can't stay.
Then I still get what I want.
Listen, I told you can have it. It just has to be finished when it comes into the driveway.
It'll be finished when it leaves the driveway.
So that means you can park it in the yard until it's finished.
Yes.
There you go. There's my man.
There we go. Driveway.
We can use the motor and transmission. Nate, we can take the motor and transmission out of the car we have at my house and put it right in that and it'd be fine.
No, he wants to use the car parked in the driveway.
Yeah.
That's not mine.
I want to use the 90 to put it into that Tudor.
That's fine, and then we'll teach man how to drive a stick.
She doesn't know
I'll take you out.
You saw Nate's shirt.
I'll take you out with Nate's car, and we'll go have fun. I'll teach you how to do burnouts, how to do brake stands.
I can drive a motorcycle, so I should be able to drive a stick.
Yeah, it's not that much different, except for now you're using your hand and your feet differently.
And it's not 1 down, 5 up on a...
No.
This is true.
Nate's needs a 6th gear, though.
Desperately. Hey, there's some free sawhorses in Swansea.
No.
Jaffrey.
No.
All right, before we get too far in the marketplace.
Jeremy, I blame you for this.
For what?
So the
Going
Cowboys have no idea what they're doing at quarterback after this following Tuesday. Dalton developed has now been put on the COVID list. He was out last week because of a concussion, and he's now on the COVID list. The Cowboys are expected to turn the offense. They were expected to turn the offense back over to the third stringer, Ben DiNucci. DiNucci? Yeah, I don't know. You can tell they're third string quarterbacks when you can't pronounce their names.
You can't pronounce starters' names.
Oh yeah, but he had the offense against the Eagles, but Mike McCarthy, the head coach, appears to be going in a different direction. He is leaning towards the fourth string quarterback, Garrett Gilbert, to start this weekend. Do we think he's just trying to get everybody in so he sees what he has for the offseason next year? And what the hell do we know of this guy, Chris? He must have played in college somewhere.
I love that he went straight to Chris.
I honestly don't know, but give me 30 seconds.
That's what she said?
Oh,
I think
she doesn't need 30 seconds.
Yeah.
That's enough time for cuddles.
So Gilbert has actually played before. He played for the Browns in 2019. Apparently, he didn't do too well, and he played for the Panthers in 2018. So he
was the backup to Colt McCoy at Texas.
Oh, so he's garbage.
He's real trash.
Yeah.
McCoy didn't do
Yeah.
in the NFL.
He replaced him in the 2010 BCS National Championship game. He went 15 of 40 for 186 yards, 4 interceptions.
Hold on, did I hear that right? 15 of 40?
Correct. For 186 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions.
Wow.
So the only question I have right now is why are none of us in the NFL right now?
Yeah, I can do better than that.
Short.
We're not Uncle Rico.
We're too short.
I could be a running back.
Also, too out of shape.
Oh, we could train.
Because I have the knees of an 80-year-old man.
If I was going to get paid thousands of dollars to go play in the NFL, yeah, I would. I'd be a little bit more concerned about.
So why don't you do that? I would be happy with
I'm
millions.
never going to make it.
Also played in the AAF, the Alliance of American Football, for the Orlando Apollos.
Oh yes, I was hearing about that. Isn't that he was a QB there and did fairly well, right?
He had the league best 7-1 record and a playoff berth.
Which they never played because they lost, so they didn't have enough money.
Yeah, he was a 6th-round pick by the St. Louis Rams in 2014.
Oh wow!
So I think
Harlow.
That's how you really feel.
I think Mike McCarthy is just doing just enough not to get fired.
I think he had a pass this week or this year because it's his first year and then he lost Dak, but they weren't winning with Dak, so I don't think it really makes a difference.
No.
But Jones won't fire him this year.
No, I mean, it'd be crazy to fire him. And I mean, I've been listening to some ESPNs and whatnot, and there's talk about firing the head coach. It's like, this dude had no training camp. He went straight into an NFL season. His starting quarterback is out.
Yep.
His backup quarterback is out.
Yep.
And however many other starters he might have had are out. Like, this season is just, for America's team, America is losing worse than they did friggin' trying to defend the Alamo.
So we don't think it's just that, hey, we have a 4th-string quarterback. We haven't seen too much out of him. Let's see if he's worth keeping next year kind of thing.
I think it's more or less you're looking at the terms of financial gain. You know, the Cowboys already have 2 extra quarterbacks on the payroll.
Because they need them this year.
Win or lose, they're getting paid no matter what.
Yep.
So it's either they do that or they go out and pay these 2 still and grab somebody else, which means they have to do some roster changing because they can only suit 53 on game day.
Yeah, I think so.
So that alone is going to make it a little bit more difficult for them. I mean, if they really wanted to, they could go out and grab, I don't know, Colin Kaepernick.
Nobody's that desperate.
You got Matt Flynn could still be potentially capable of playing. I mean, you got some of these even Colt McCoy that we were just talking about. He could come in. All right, is he going to give them a better advantage or a win? Probably not. So go with what you got. Maybe they get some wins. They're in a sorry-ass division anyway. I mean, the NFC East is trash.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, I mean, you might win that division with 5 wins.
Right. So if you win the division with 5 wins, you still have job security because you won the division.
You made a playoff.
Yeah.
You hosted a playoff game.
Yeah.
It's up our record, but you still save jobs.
That division should not host any playoff games as far as I'm concerned. You have to be over 10 wins to host a playoff game.
Nope.
And that's the way it should be. Ugh.
I completely agree with you. I think it's kind of like when the Seahawks made it to the Super Bowl or the playoffs, 4 or 5 years ago, and they had like a shit record.
Yeah, 7-9.
Yeah, when they had a losing record. That's the whole NFC East.
Hey, but if it wasn't for that, we would have never had the Marshawn Lynch beast mode run against the Saints.
Oh, yes.
Fair enough.
So, not all bad comes of it. Sometimes you get some crazy things out of it.
Chris.
So.
Seriously, Chris?
What, Chris?
I didn't do it.
It's actually not that bad.
He sent me a 1969 Ford F1 step side.
Ooh.
It looks better than the other truck he wants to bring home.
No, that other one's a rat rod. I was waiting to be.
And they only want 45 for it.
That's a good price.
The other one is pure rust. It's pure rust.
No, that's rat rod all
rust.
day.
You just can't work with rot.
Yes, rust is fine. Rot is bad. Holes are bad. If the metal's still there and it's rusted, that's fine. We can fix that.
Right.
I don't trust.
See, I'm far enough away where Amanda's not gonna smack the hell out of me for sending him that stuff. So.
Wait, no, I'm just kidding.
She'll come to my house, even now.
Listen, I'm gonna be at your house a lot when the baby's here.
That's fine.
Just be prepared.
Hey, that means I'm gonna have a house to myself.
No, you're not. You have kids.
No, me and you got to finish working on stuff.
At my house.
That's fine. In peace and
If I
quiet.
can get out of the house, we're good.
We have to bring Connor with me, but whatever. He's a good gopher. He's a good gopher.
There's an extra bassinet just for our house. I've
For
already been told.
So in March.
That means I'm going to Travis's.
Bye, Felicia.
So in March, the Titans signed pass rusher Vic Beasley to a 1-year, $9.5 million contract. The Titans announced Tuesday after the trade deadline that they were officially releasing Beasley Wednesday. Beasley didn't report to training camp on time and hadn't played well at all this year. So it's been clear from the beginning that something wasn't right. He leaves with 0 sacks in 5 games. Do we think another team will pick him up, or is he done at least for this year, done forever?
All right, you ready for my hot take?
Yeah, let's hear your hot take.
Hot take, Nate, right here.
Yeah.
Beasley was like an ugly chick who doesn't think they're ugly and turns you down. You think, yeah, you're gonna you're in a lock, bring her home and smash, but in reality, you ain't getting shit because she only seen you because she was helping her girl out and she could go see your cute friend. That's what Vic Beasley was. He was convenient. He just happened to be there for your wingman, and you thought you were going to take him to the prom. No.
So he's Smitty.
That's my hot take on him. Nobody's going to grab him. They don't care. I mean, if more people... Oh, look at the anchors. You're wearing face masks now. That's cute.
They do every week.
If they were going to, if it comes down to it where more people are getting COVIDed and opting out and shit, then yeah, you're probably looking at, Beasley picking up by another team. But it seems like they gave him as low as possible for being a veteran.
The Jets will take him.
I think the league minimum is much lower than that. That's a decent payday for a single year.
Well, yeah, but Vic Beasley was something in his day. So they gave him in the day price, which means he probably had a really good agent.
Yep.
And, they tried him out. They're counting their losses. Why hang on to him when you could get somebody else on your roster for game day?
Yep. Jeremy, any comment from you?
He's past his prime. I assume was he on the active roster when the season started?
Yes.
How much of that contract was guaranteed?
I don't know. It was all I know is it was a $9.5 million contract.
So the thing is with NFL contracts, if you're on the if it's not an incentive, like if that was his base salary, like including like a signing bonus or guaranteed was 9.5, he's still going to get that 9.5 mil.
Right.
So any team that does pick him up can sign him for league minimum because he's still getting the 9.5.
One way or another, yeah.
Between what the new team pays him and what the old team pays him.
But if if you're gonna be stuck paying this guy anyways, why don't you just move him to your practice squad and pick somebody else up?
Because it sounds like he's a bad apple for the team. He thinks he's still
something in the locker room.
He thinks he's still a primetime starter and a all-star in a league of all-stars where he's just Joe Schmo average, not even anymore because he's past his prime, but he can't grasp that concept yet. So he's still acting like he's the big wig, he's the big shot on the team. That's why you get rid of him. You get rid of him because he's a bad apple.
He's like Tom Brady minus the continuous talent.
Yes. And the fact is, the Titans, their defense is pretty good as is. And if you're a disturbance, he's not going to put up. Vrabel's not going to put up with you.
No.
He's just going to ship you off.
It's very Bill Belichick-esque.
Yeah, he's very direct and to the point. He's very honest. He doesn't care. He doesn't care who he pisses off. His goal is to win football games and get his team further every year.
And he's doing a good job of it too, so can't knock the guy.
Nope.
All right, so Nate, the thing I want
so that COVID thing, right? How about that COVID?
So the thing I wanted to talk to you about for 2 weeks now, because you wouldn't come on last week because you were busy snuggling and watching movies.
Snuggle time.
It was a date night, yep.
Couldn't even steal you away from
date night. He pulled a date night on a Thursday.
Yeah, I couldn't even steal you away for 5 minutes.
Back this week, but for whatever reason.
Well, you came on for picks, so I was hoping at least I'd be able to bug you about this during picks. But so, Nate, you had said that any QB could be placed into the New England offense and could win.
Yeah.
This year, we have seen that is not true.
Where's the question?
Where's the question? So after the first few games, this team has lost every game and had more penalties than rushing yards.
Okay. Where was training camp?
Doesn't matter. You said any QB.
Which
QB could be going there.
Which quarterback was out for 2 weeks during the season?
Doesn't matter. You said any QB.
It doesn't matter?
But you know who had no training camp either?
Pretty.
You know who also had no training camp either? Tom Brady, who you said was only good because of Belichick.
Tom Brady have 2 weeks off because of COVID?
No, but he had the playbook for the COVID time, didn't he?
What team has like at least 7 Pro Bowlers on it? Oh, that's right, the Buccaneers.
You got to add probably.
But what you're saying is that it does matter who else is on your team. It doesn't just matter who your coach is, right?
I never said that. I said any quarterback can win in New England with Belichick.
But we're seeing that as wrong because our backup QB couldn't win it. The one that's been here 7 or 8 times, and neither could our backup to the backup.
Well, I mean, if you would have kept Garoppolo instead of listening to this guy that decided to leave.
Well, Garoppolo would be on IR again.
Yeah, he's on IR for the 3rd time this season already. So
isn't that because he's on your roster?
Yeah. No, he was never on. Was he ever on your roster, Jeremy?
He was at one point in time.
But he wasn't on him this time.
We gotta stay fast and loose with that part because anybody that goes on unavailable,
yes,
becomes unavailable.
Exactly. So we gotta kind of walk a fine line with that one.
I figured the name was appropriate for that aspect.
But
so I agree with Nate that any quarterback can win on this team. You just need the
other team to be dog shit.
No, because if you saw Brian Hoyer with 2 days heads up that he's starting, if he doesn't make a few simple mistakes, they're taking the Chiefs to the wire. Supposedly the best team in the AFC. and they're taking him to the wire for that game.
Right.
The issue is he made a few stupid mistakes because he was not prepared to start. If they started Hoyer since the beginning of the season and he had been playing every week and really getting developed and used to playing and time management and understanding what's going on, they'd probably be 4-2 right now.
Probably.
I'm gonna relish the fact that Jeremy for once agreed with me. Like this
And
is
not me?
like this is the best welcoming back ever.
Because
You
we
have-
think about it, Cam Newton is a horrible passer.
Yes.
I've been saying it since week 1.
Oh, yeah,
If he
his
has
shoulders are
any
rough.
pressure, he drops his shoulder and his throws look like garbage.
I think we could go back to like week 2, and Jeremy saying that exact same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
No, week 1 because he was actually looked good, fairly good against in week 2
Seattle.
against
Yeah,
Seattle.
Seattle's defense is garbage, which
Yes.
we all know, and the only reason they win is because Russell Wilson and his moonballs.
Now
I
we
think-
know. But this is
I-
also the Cam Newton we saw years ago when he got moved from the starting role to the bench.
But see, you got to kind of look at it this way with this season, right? Bill Belichick is in a really awkward position where he lost his franchise, essentially the cornerstone to his entire team, right?
Right.
Regardless if they're oil and water, they don't mix, but regardless, that team was there. The Patriots have been dwindling down their team to almost nothing for what? You guys are Patriots fans, what, 3, 4, 5 years now?
Jeez.
Yeah,
The last time we had good, solid receivers,
Like, think
I
about
would
this.
say probably about 4 years ago.
But think about this. Imagine if you still had Wes Welker, Randy Moss, Julian Edelman, and Cam Newton. Totally different scenario.
Right.
Because
No,
you
'cause
had those other playmakers.
Cam can't throw the ball, so
Yeah.
it's still good. The issue is Cam's bouncing the ball off the turf before the receivers currently.
Yeah, Cam can't stand in the pocket long enough to actually make a good throw. He's afraid.
No, Cam
See,
can't.
and I think that's the other part with Cam Newton is he isn't there. He knows that I think he has too much pressure built up on him, and he is not allowing him to play the game.
He can't see the field this year. He's trying. I think New England's trying to turn him more into a pocket passer and not the running scramble quarterback that he is. And he's not accurate enough to be a pocket passer. He cannot see the field well enough to anticipate when a player is going to come open off a break and hit that player as soon as he hits the break. Where if you see an Aaron Rodgers, a Tom Brady, a Drew Brees, that ball is out of their hands before that receiver has even hit the point to make a cut.
Right.
Oh,
They know where
God.
he's going to be.
Exactly, because the quarterback has to anticipate where the receiver is going to be. Okay, or he just throws to a wide open receiver. That works too.
Yeah, that was a great freaking pass.
Unfortunately, he ran out of bounds.
I hate to say this, but I will moderately agree with your trap thick here of what you're saying. I think yes, I still stand behind it. Any quarterback can win under the Belichick system. The problem is
They have
if
the
a
wrong quarterback to do
quarterback-
it this year.
no, I think if the quarterback is incapable of getting out of their own personal headspace and just playing the game, that
And
it's
wearing
not-
dresses.
Yes.
It's not on Belichick and his coaching. It's just a player that can't be coached anymore.
So that's not any
Uh,
quarterback, right? So that means you need a specific type of quarterback
No,
that can be
I
coached,
think you could Jay
that
Cutler
can-
back into the league and he could do great because
right, but he's a coachable quarterback where Cam
You
Newton
need-
is not.
You need a quarterback that can throw a football. The issue is Cam, his shoulder either isn't right or he's too afraid that he's going to hurt it because he doesn't have a long-term contract. So he's hesitant. He's not playing up to his potential. His potential isn't what a lot of other quarterbacks are. And I almost think Belichick's using the season to, with all the opt-outs, I mean, he picked up Newton right before the opt-outs hit, and he realized, okay, all these opt-outs are out. I'm going to play all the young people. We're pretty much just going to tank the season without tanking the season. See how we compete against the good teams. Bad teams, we're going to let them beat us. We're going to play it close, but we're not going to win. and we're gonna get a high draft pick, and hopefully we can find the next quarterback out of it.
Aaron Hernandez, life for life. He's dead. He's gone. He murdered people. Shit happens. He had nothing to do with that. We're not talking about that. No, he's 6 feet underground. I don't know who life for life is, but he is definitely dead. He hung himself in his own jail cell.
I mean, Epstein didn't kill himself. So
Right.
how do we know that Hernandez killed himself?
Because
We're
Hernandez wanted
speculating.
to. So Hernandez did it so that his fiance got the money.
Yeah, would get paid.
I mean, we're all jumping to conclusions here. We don't know what happened.
Yeah, I wasn't there. You weren't there, but this is what they reported.
Hey, can I get that jump to conclusions map back? I need to. I have some conclusions I need to get to.
I have one.
Hey, Alice, are we gonna keep going down the rabbit hole?
But I'm just saying that Nate was wrong. That not any QB can win in the Belichick system.
Okay. Any average Joe Schmo quarterback can win in the Belichick system. The issue
Cam
is
Newton cannot.
Cam is not an average quarterback.
He can win
against crappy teams.
No, Cam Newton needs to believe in himself. As
Cam
Jeremy
Newton
said,
hasn't
he's only
believed
on a-
himself in 5 years.
Cam Newton
No,
needs Dr. Phil.
Yes,
but you're
he
looking at the
does.
fact that again, Cam Newton is
What are we
coming
getting
off
today?
of a serious injury in Carolina. He knew he was going to get released because he wasn't playing well. He's been declining. There's something in his life that is causing him not to play well.
Yes,
I mean,
but
it's
this
almost
season
like
isn't
RG3.
making it any better either.
No, but he just needs confidence.
So
And
him being in his head that much turns him from an average quarterback to a subpar at best quarterback.
If you're
Or
lucky.
someone that I mean, when you can't throw the football 10 yards to receiver without bouncing it off the turf, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Whether it's
Or your
mental
name's
or
Mitchell-
physical.
Or your name's Mitch Trubisky.
Well, yeah.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Just remember, the Bears could have had Mahomes.
I think this is what I think should have happened. I think New England should have tried to make some waves before the trade deadline, grab somebody of value to support Newton. So give him a tight end.
Yeah.
Shit, give him a tight end. Something to
A
work
real
off.
tight end?
Yeah, not like, hey, we're gonna go into the draft. We're gonna move up three picks to get a quarterback in the first round. Just let him sit on the bench rather than getting him tools and weapons. I mean, it's not that crazy, but give the man something to believe in him that the team believes in you. That's the problem.
Well, I
He
think
probably
it's
doesn't feel like the
it's
team
been
believes in.
well ever since week 1 they saw that he's not a thrower, he's a runner. He's basically a glorified running back now.
He just needs to do
But
what
he can't hold on to the ball.
Right.
This is what Newton needs to do. He needs to go in just like Trubinsky did last year and tell them to turn all the TVs off in the building so nobody can talk about how bad he's playing. So maybe he can play good.
Hey, Smitty's here. How you doing, honey?
It's not going to work.
I think they picked up Cam for a league minimum, and no other teams picked him up for a specific reason, and this is the very specific reason that they picked him up for the league minimum. And
Yeah,
it's proven
there's
the
a
fact
reason
that
he was out there when no one else was.
they should have just stuck with Hoyer and with Stidham and hope for the best. And if they lost, they lost. At least they didn't go out and spend more money on somebody that wasn't going to get them any more wins. Hell, before the season, we figured with Stidham that we'd get 6 to 8 wins, and then Cam like, oh, we're going to get like 12. No, we're not.
No, we assumed the wrong way. Instead of 6 to 8, we should have went to 2 to 4.
Yeah, apparently. All right.
I'm saying they just need to tank the season. They need to lose this week to the Jets.
Just call it a week.
Lose, just tank the rest of the season. Lose out. Because you want to know what? If you lose 2 to the Jets, you're at worst tied with them, and you have the tiebreaker. They are a better seed than you, no matter what.
Yep. So then we can go for a legit quarterback.
And then we're probably top 2, top 3, because if I go back up to Chris's list,
yep,
there's The Jets have no wins. Jacksonville has 1. The Bengals have 1 win.
We'll get to that shortly, anyways.
He didn't put the wins on there. Hold on.
Smitty, they already beat the Jets. That was the Miami this year. That was the first game. That was the game I guessed wrong. Anyhow,
so on.
let's get moving now that we proved my point.
I feel like we agreed that we disagree on whatever your point could have possibly been.
You said any QB, and it's just proving the fact that not every QB any QB can.
The difference is I still stand behind what I say, so because I believe in what I say,
then
I'm not
Cam
wrong.
would be winning because he's any QB.
Is he any QB?
Yes, he is. He is any QB.
I
That
still
is
think he
any
wins.
QB. He is not a running back that's playing QB. He was listed and drafted as a QB, so he's any QB.
Right. Yeah, I still think he could still win.
I don't see that happening.
I mean, he's won.
Two
right? What's
games.
What's their record?
2-5.
Exactly. They've won
And with
2
him,
games.
and with
Any
him in, they're
quarterback
2-2.
can win under the Belichick system. He's won 2 games.
That is
He's
not a
technically-
winning
No,
record.
wrong.
He's technically 2-3.
Yeah, so that's a losing record.
2-3. Still he's
Losing
won 2
record.
games. They're not defeated. He's won 2 games.
That's
Any
a losing
quarterback
record,
can win
Nate.
for the Belichick
That is a
system. Damn!
So if Green Bay went 2-5, would you say Aaron Rodgers is a winning or a losing QB?
We weren't talking about quarterbacks. We're talking about the coach.
Any QB.
Right.
So
Yeah.
if
So
Aaron
you're
Rodgers
saying
was
Aaron
2
Rodgers
and
is
5,
the
would he be a
next year?
winning or losing QB?
He still won games. I
Won
don't know why. You're
2, but
arguing.
would you want to trade him and get rid of him and say that he's a loser at the end of the season?
Well, everyone assumes he's a loser.
I keep hearing
No, he's just glass.
myself outside of what we're saying because Amanda was listening to it on her. She was watching us in the shower.
That's okay. We're watching her. It's okay.
I could also hear the shouting over me listening to it through closed doors.
All right. So,
So you're wrong. I'm right, and I'm very happy.
I mean, I'll defend your right to the death to think that you're right, but I am also correct. So, where are we at?
You're both pretty girls.
No, they're not. They're
He's a
both
losing QB, and the Belichick's having a losing season, and Brady's making Belichick look silly.
No,
That
it's not the
Belichick
fact-
should have
look,
gotten
you-
better receivers to wrap him
no,
around.
Hold on.
He would have stayed.
Hold on. Wait a second here, friend. You have to look at the fact of the caliber of team on both ends.
No. You said any QB could win in the Belichick system.
about
We
this.
didn't need great QBs and
Best
receivers.
running back is Burkhead. You are out of your fucking mind.
Well, that's
Like,
because they
come on, let's
stuck
be
with
serious.
Sony Michel after that first season when he got hurt.
But you have Mike Evans. You're about to have Antonio Brown. You have Gronkowski, who finally figured out how to play football after being removed for a year. Yeah,
He had to get over his CBD coma.
right. Then you got Mr. fucking 8 Fingers, Jason Pierre-Paul, crushing shit on the defensive line because he was a dumbass and decided to blow some fingers off 4th of July, but he's still fucking playing.
And
Like-
he's phenomenal.
The Titans, somehow the Buccaneers managed to find all this fucking money somewhere and still be under the salary cap, fucking suspect, and have this damn team going on where the Patriots, for whatever reason, aren't spending money. Like, I get Belichick is a great coach, and he's the most winningest coach?
No, second. He's second behind
No, he's the most winningest. He doesn't have the most wins.
right. Who has the most wins, Jeremy?
Don Shula.
Yes.
So, I mean,
But he has the best winning percentage as a coach.
right.
But
Now-
shortly to lose that. And we said that he needs to win 10 games per season for the next 3 seasons to beat Don Shula. At this record, he's going to need another 10 seasons to beat Don Shula.
No, I'm not arguing the GOAT. We know this. Aaron Rodgers is, what would we say, the best, the BOAT?
Oh,
The
he's
best
not
of all
even that
time?
because he lost to the GOAT.
Good name.
He lost horribly to the GOAT.
Look, at least
The
boats
GOAT
can-
made him look silly.
boats can float. I don't know what the fuck goats are doing.
A lot better.
eating fucking cans and shit. Can we move on?
I
feel
guess
like
so.
we need to move on because we're gonna just keep going back and forth. You know,
We've been at this for an hour 50. We can argue for another hour.
look,
Let's not say we did.
no matter what, we're gonna go to the deli. We're both gonna order pastrami sandwiches, and only one of us is gonna be happy. But we're both not going to.
I'm
admit
Italian, so it's
that
a me.
The other person isn't happy. So, with the teams with the best odds of making the playoffs right now, we have the Chiefs at 97%, Steelers at 93%, also the Seahawks at 93%, Ravens 92%, Packers 91%, Bills 90%, Saints 88%, Buccaneers 88%, Titans 83%. Then you start kind of getting a little bit desperate with the Bears 66%, Eagles, Cardinals 65%, Rams 59%, Colts 51%, Dolphins, LP, have a 50% chance of making it to the playoffs.
Ooh.
Browns, Raiders 41%, 49ers have a 30%, the Patriots have a 23%, Cowboys 17%, Chargers 15%, Panthers, Giants somehow have a 7% chance of making the playoffs.
I'm
Knowing
actually kind of
teams-
surprised that the Bucks and the Saints are lower than the Packers.
Well, knowing this, do we think that any of these teams are going to defy the odds, of like 23, 17, 15 and actually make it to the playoffs? Or do we think some of these higher ranking teams that are in, the 80s, low 90s might not actually make the playoffs?
I could see the Bills not making it.
No, the Bills are going to
I
win
was
the
gonna say
division.
the Bills or maybe the Saints.
So the only reason the Bills wouldn't make it is if Miami really turns it on for the rest of the season and beats the Bills, because the Bills have been all of a sudden they lost their way and they don't know how to play anymore.
Well, the Bills almost lost to the Jets.
Yeah, and
But
then they almost lost to the
agree with
Pats.
you with the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins with Tua, their defense is clicking really well.
Yeah.
I think they have enough to actually possibly win that division.
For the first time in a
that's
long
what I
time,
say the Bills.
since
And I
what,
don't think two teams is
94?
coming out the AFC East.
No, not two. I don't think two teams will come out of the AFC East. But for the first time since I think what 94, 95, when the Pats went to the playoffs, because that was Miami played the Pats at
2008.
Foxborough State. Oh, 2008. No.
Yeah, you got the resident Dolphins guy on the. Holy shit! Who that?
Wow. So
Who dat?
I just I'm talking about long ago when Pats were still playing at Foxborough, when it was just the old Foxborough Stadium before it became Gillette Stadium, because my mom sat on the phone to get tickets for us, and Jeremy said he was a Cowboys fan. So how do you?
It was.
Yes, on national TV too, Channel 20 Fox out of Connecticut.
Hey, don't worry, it's fake news.
But
It's okay.
the Pats were playing
Everything's already done
Miami
with. We're
at
good.
Foxborough Stadium, and I remember that. But that was it's been a long time since the Dolphins had the 11
No,
or 5.
2008 season
Oh
when
yeah.
Castle was there.
Smitty said Miami won
Yeah,
with both were 11-5.
And Brady was hurt. Yeah, it was the year
Yeah,
of
2008.
yeah.
2008. He went out first half of the first game.
That was the season. Who was the QB that came for the rest of the season?
Matt Castle.
Ah,
Castle.
Yes, because then he left.
Yeah, he went to Kansas City.
Yeah,
Yep,
and
then
he
went
sucked.
to Minnesota, and he went around the league a bunch. He made a good amount of money though.
Yeah, he did.
Sure did. He was a high class prostitute, is what he was.
Same like you.
I get.
I never got paid for what I did. Apparently, that's why I'm broke.
Amanda folds your
I believe
clothes.
Facebook Marketplace is why you broke.
No, you get paid in like T-shirts and stuff.
Christmas is presently why I'm broke.
Christmas.
No, Amanda folds your laundry that you
Christmas.
don't want to fold and put away.
Look, I want to be all done Christmas shopping by December 1st. I want all of December not to worry about freaking buying.
Smitty, small penis, big hearts.
Stand up, Nate, and show the world your shirt. And it was a present from Chris, because Chris
It
knows.
was. He also got me a blowjob bib and a Rudolph thong underwear, and
You should wear that next week for us and
That was
model
more for Amanda, honestly.
He literally handed me the bib and was like, "This is for you."
Well, I got him the reindeer thong underwear, so when y'all dress up like Mr. and Mrs. Claus again, he can just throw that on.
I asked him if he was gonna wear it for me.
And he got all red in the face like he is now.
Yes.
No, I'm
He's
pretty.
drinking.
Yeah, I haven't drank this much in a while, so.
Excuses.
Well, speaking of drinking, let's get to the power rankings. We're only
All
here.
right. All right. So, at number 32, as usual, the New York Jets with an 0-8 record. At 31, we've got the Jacksonville Jaguars at 1-6. At 30, Dem Boys, the Dallas Cowboys at 2-6. At 29, we have the New York Giants at 1-7. At 28, the Washington Football Team at 2-5. At 27, we've got the Detroit Lions at 3-4, and they're down from number 21. At 26, we have the Houston Texans at 1-6, and they are down from 24. At 25, we have the Cincinnati Bengals at 1-5-1. They're up 2 slots from 27. 24 is the Carolina Panthers at 3-5, and they are down from 19. At number 23, the Atlanta Falcons at 2-6. They are up from number 25. Number 22, the New England Patriots at 2-5, and they are down again from number 18.
They're still way too highly ranked.
Yeah. At number 21, the Philadelphia
That's Belichick.
Eagles.
That's why they're ranked where they are.
Probably.
Y'all remember when the Patriots used to be really awesome, and like all these Patriots fans were like, "Oh, the Patriots are so great." Oh,
That's the problem. We knew. The minute Brady
No,
left,
well,
the downfall was going to happen.
Instantly forgot about the fucking tuna and what's his nuts.
I remember the Tuna and Bledsoe. I remember the first year Tuna was here with Flacco. Not Flacco. When we had oh god, who did we have?
Flutie.
Flutie came back here, but that was after
Flutie never actually started.
We had he's an announcer for
we had Scott Zolak.
Yeah, Zolak.
But he was a backup.
But he did start. He actually started the game that we went to, Jeremy, when I won those tickets. When I was in the third grade.
Games.
Yeah, that's when they were cheering. They were booing and cheering for Bledsoe to come in.
That was Bledsoe's rookie year.
Yes, because I got the signed football by him. Anyhow, keep going.
All right, so at number 21, we've got the Philadelphia Eagles at 3-4-1, up from 22. At number 20, up from 26, we have the Minnesota Vikings at 2-5. 19 is the Los Angeles Chargers, also at 2-5. They're down 2 slots from number 17. At 18, you have the Denver Broncos at 3-4. They're up from number 23. And at 17, playing Nate's Packers tonight are the San Francisco 49ers at 4-4, and they are down 4 slots from 13.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
At number 16, you have the Miami Dolphins at a 4-3 record. They were at number 20. Chicago Bears managed to just jump down 1 slot from 16 to 15 with a 5-3. Cleveland Browns are sitting at number 14, 5-2. They were in 12th in the power rankings. The Las Vegas Raiders, 4-3. They were 15, now they're 13. A huge drop back is the Los Angeles Rams, who at one point were number 9 with a 5-3 record, are now at 12. The Tennessee Titans also made a pretty significant fall back 4 spots from 7 to 11, and they are 5-2. Also at 5-2 is the Arizona Cardinals. They were at 10, once was at 11. Indianapolis Colts, I had no idea they were 5-2 until literally right now, and I even updated this.
You didn't pay attention? I updated and say, wow, holy crap.
Yeah, no idea. They were at 14 and they're at 9. Buffalo Bills, they stay even at number 8 with a 6-2 record. My Green Bay Packers, my how they have fallen.
Yes,
they were
have.
at 5 and they were at 7 with a 5-2, and
they were at number 1 for a while.
If everything keeps working out, we could be 6-2.
You're not gonna be. You're watching the game.
It's true. I'm watching after halftime, so they're going to be 5-3 after this.
Yes.
Well, they'd have to pull a Atlanta Falcons in order to lose now.
Right.
The New Orleans Saints made a really significant jump up from 4 slots at 10. They are number 6 with a 5-1 record. The Baltimore Ravens
Sunday night should be a good game.
They are at 5-2. They were at 4. They're at 5. Seattle Seahawks managed to go up from 6 to 4 with a 6-1. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they were at 7. Now they're at 3 with a 6-2 record. The Pittsburgh Steelers were number 1 last week. They're number 2 this week with a 7-0. And the Kansas City Chiefs bumped the Steelers out of their number 1 slot. And they are now number 1, and they were number 2 with a 7-1.
Wait, I don't understand that. Why would the Chiefs, who beat up on the lonely Jets, jump the Steelers, who have played some tough teams?
Because Nate got his stuff this week from NFL.com.
Look, you can blame me all you want. It's just points, man. It's just whatever. It's some guy or girl or person
playing with themselves and throwing darts at a wall.
Yeah, just typing numbers into a computer and saying, this sounds right.
Oh, Nate, you didn't do it pretty like I usually do for our fantasy league.
It looks amazing. So last week in the fantasy league, we had Mixing It Up going against Gail's Grand Team, which Mixing It Up won 139.54 to a valiant effort by Gail's Grand Team of 131.84.
That turned out much closer than I thought it was going to be.
At some point, somebody needs to beat the Mo.
Yes.
Hey, she's undefeated in one of her other leagues.
It's horseshit.
Yes.
Hey, I would have beat her this week.
Yeah, you would have. And if your damn quarterback didn't go off for 60 points and my bench quarterback didn't go off for 60... No, if my bench quarterback didn't get the 60 points and my actual playing quarterback did.
Hey, I hate to tell you, my actual quarterback got 40. My bench quarterback got like 80.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Sorry, I got distracted by the game.
Oh, wow.
I told you, they'd have to
hey, Green Bay's trying.
No, wait till you see this run, because I know you're all delayed a little bit.
Yeah, I just saw it.
So, Oompa 31's team, I don't know how this happened, but the English gods were in the favor of the team that used to be here, Don't Get Fined, now unavailable. Won 160.52 to 126.78.
Yeah.
He ruined my goal for the season.
If my quarterback had gotten more than 30 points, it probably would have been a better game, but no.
You still would have
My
lost.
whole bench did better than my starting roster. I was like in the same positions. I was like, this sucks.
Womp.
Speaking of womp womp.
Joe Fuck Yourself managed to lose against Fu Flinger Meidong 168.08 to 165.04.
Who was not controlled by Nate last week.
I could not control. I couldn't let myself play against myself.
You couldn't play with yourself?
He plays with himself so
like
much that you can't do it online.
That matchup was the matchup of the week. And that was not very awesome. Because I also am in the matchup of the week again this week, which we'll get to. The Dolphinics.
Don't worry, you got a 1-point lead on the Dolphinics right now.
The
Dolphinics, you don't have anyone playing.
Managed to beat Ladies and Edelman 192.06 to 186.54.
Still so angry.
Lieutenant Dan's Magic Legs beat Bad Juju, which if unavailable wins this week and they lose, a trophy does not guarantee to go to the home of the Watson Younger.
There there still is an opportunity that both trophies end up here.
Well, both trophies are probably going to end up there.
So before we get to that part,
So wait, you're saying I'm winning it all?
Speaking of trophies,
6 to Bad Juju 131.74. And yes, speaking of trophies, the Thick and Thin Fantasy Football League has trophies.
Nate,
Boy,
you said
do
you
we
were going
have
to
a-
show them off.
Hey, by the way, I'm disappointed in the championship thing. It needs to be a trophy, not a belt. We're not wrestlers here.
No, this belt is badass.
How are you
Let's
supposed
see
to
this belt.
display
I want to
said
see this belt.
So I do not argue. Oh, hey, you can see my shirt way better now. So,
No shit, Sherlock.
in first place, you get the championship belt. Now, this thing is heavy. It's big.
Where's the plates for the engraving of the winners?
So it's going to go right here. You have one on this side. It's up to 12. And you have one on this side. So we'll have to figure out later how, after 12 years of doing this, to add more plaques.
Do you think we're gonna?
This?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. You said there's 12 on one side and 12 on the other? That's 24 years.
No, 12
It's
on
6 and
12 in
6.
total.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So-
We just add more plates.
So this
No,
is what you get in first place. And the only person that can actually wear this and have it look right is Thick.
Yes, because I am thick.
He's got a wide base that will allow this thing to work just right. Now, that's first place. Last place
Jeremy.
will
Pay
be
attention.
named after the loser of the first season. So, if Jeremy loses, this will be called the Jeremy.
No,
Time.
see,
This
it
little guy right
always
here.
it always has to be called the Sacco.
This will be the Jeremy.
No, it has to be the Sacco because
We can call it the unavailable. That's what we'll do. We'll call it the unavailable. Don't hit the camera.
It has to be called. It has to be called the Sacco. There's no other option.
But me and Nate were actually talking. What we're going to do is build another base to go underneath it that we can put all the names on year after year after year and wrap it around like the Stanley Cup.
Now, the other thing that is going to be added to this is a picture frame behind the trophy. So behind the little danglers here, we're going to have a little picture frame right here, right? The loser from the season prior will have their picture inserted behind the danglies. So the recipient of the Sacco for next year will have maybe Jeremy's face right here with the nutsack.
Right on his chin.
Hey, you all know what? I'm facing. Did you realize that the Watsons switched who they were playing this week?
What?
No.
So Mo played Gale last week, and I played Travis. Well, Mo plays Travis this week, and I play Gale.
All right, so
And
moving
apparently, I'm already winning 7.5. And I didn't know I had a player playing tonight.
So moving forward into next week, this is the matchup of the week because this has so much on the line. Mind you, the one, I don't know how this happened, but Joe Buck yourself, number 4, with 5-3, is playing the Dolphinics, number 3, 5-3 in this league. But we're also playing each other this week in the other league. So I don't know how that happened, but that will be the matchup of the week. I feel very comfortable in saying number 2's Lieutenant Dan's Magic Legs, 5-3, is playing number 6 Fu Flinger Maydong, who is at 4-4.
Which he took
Yeah.
right back to.
Yeah.
Without
Yeah,
telling
I know.
took it.
Everybody's beat this team for the most part. You know, they had the easy weeks. The week I play them, Nate takes it over and makes, for 3 hours straight, a bunch of moves.
I thought he wasn't allowed to change the players.
He's not. Did he switch
was
players off the
discussion,
roster?
and
Oh,
dropped
he moved
it,
all sorts of shit.
which is
Oh,
bullshit.
wait.
Look,
Wait.
has access to this team as well.
We all decided in a message that we would not change the players.
Yeah, the players
did
on
you-
that
did you
team were
change
supposed
the
to stay on.
roster?
Yes.
No.
You moved a bunch of shit around, and now I'm projected to lose again.
Yeah.
He dropped a bunch of people and picked up new people.
Nope, you can't do that. You got to get back the old players.
You
was-
figure out who was ever on that team, and let me know.
We
Oh, we
can't
can
do
go back.
free-
Actually, we can go
I
back.
can't actually go back and look.
Here, ready transactions.
I can go back and tell you who was on that team right before Nate picked it up, actually.
Just pull up the screenshots from Jeremy bitching about me and it being rigged.
So week
Okay,
6.
So you
Show
dropped
league
a D end and
matchups.
picked up a D end. You dropped a linebacker, picked up a linebacker. You dropped a kicker, picked up a kicker. You dropped a running back, picked up a running back. So you dropped.
So Kyle
Swift,
Murray was
picked up
on there.
Jackson. You
M.
dropped
Gollop,
Gaz-
Dan Cook,
Zerland,
David
picked up
Cook.
Marcus.
I can pull. I have the whole roster right here from week 6. That was before the
you
changes.
need to go back to before Nate took over.
No, well, it was week 7 he took over, right? That was the week that Foo Flinger Me Dong almost beat Mo.
No, so I believe the conversation was that team cannot be changed at all.
Yeah, I have the whole roster right here. Here, I'll screenshot it and we can send it to everybody.
I don't know how that played twice.
You like how I muted you, Nate?
Yeah. Anyway, number 1 mixing it up. 7-1 is playing number 5 Oompa 31's team, who is 5-3.
Yeah.
And how much Travis and I went back and forth today on trying to help him get set up to beat her. I mean, he started a quarterback that he didn't mean to not start.
Well, let's see how bad I am that he's doing tonight.
All right.
No,
Well,
I am glad I did not start him.
Number 10 unavailable at 1-7 is playing number 7 Gales Grand team at 4-4. Number 8 Ladies at Edelman with a 3-5 record is playing number 9's Bad Juju. Now, the moment you all are waiting for,
The
Nate and Smitty's tattoo bet standings.
Yes.
I am 2 games up with a 10-3, while Smitty is at 8-8. Now, again,
This
Smitty
weekend
and I
we
are
tied.
both playing each other this week in both leagues.
I really need you to win.
Now, in the other league, I am up in the projected points.
Okay.
This league, I am projected less than he is.
Well, why the fuck did you screw with the other team so much and didn't screw with yours?
See what I did?
You wanted to screw with
too busy
me.
worrying about Chris's team
Are you
and
kidding?
beating Chris's team than I was about my team beating Smitty's team.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Nate wants to get a nice little
No.
dolphin right
Dolphin
around his
tattoo.
nipple.
Fins up, bitches!
This is what happens when I go to work. So, and he does things. I
So-
like can't leave the house.
Oh my
So-
god, he caught that?
So from now on,
Wow.
from now on, that the Flu Flinger Me Dong, the team that doesn't have an owner, needs to be switched back to where it was. And
Don't
it
worry,
gets-
I got all the screenshots and I'll send it to our group.
Okay, and it gets
Travis, you are a co-manager of that team.
okay, and that team gets roster set per their highest projected points. Nothing else.
I don't
Okay.
even know. I don't
So-
even know how I would go into that
Bringing that
team.
now, effective now.
No.
No, this was before.
The team
Just
has
a
to go back-
disclaimer, I was only screwing with Nate. I really didn't care that much.
See what you
Well, no,
did?
'cause
See
we-
what you did, Chris?
No, I care because I think I play them next week.
We discussed this to high hell in that group chat, and it has
Yeah.
always been we can't change it, and it's
Yeah,
by
there was no changing players, and it's by highest projected points. Nothing else.
Yeah, see, I don't think I agreed to any of that.
You did.
Did.
You
Did I?
did.
Yeah.
You're the
No, I
ones
muted the conversation halfway through.
Wait,
Oh my God,
I believe,
so
I
much.
believe it was Nate who specifically said none of the players can be moved.
Right.
It
No,
was.
nobody can trade. is the words I said. You cannot trade the.
No,
full
we said that the players cannot be moved unless they were on a bye week.
No, unless they're on IR.
IR, yes.
Oh, I forgot about the Caucasaurus.
Yes.
So let's get to our picks last week, which weren't phenomenal.
Come on, what did we get? Like 3 right in total?
Actually, it was a split, 4 and 4. 4 of us got 8 right. 4 of us got 7 right. Nate, me, and Chris and Amanda got 8 right. Yup.
Hey, I'm above 500.
Jeremy, Smitty, Gail, and Mo only got 7.
Oh no, 1 game.
Yep. So first we had the Atlanta Falcons over at Carolina. They won 25-17. Next we had the Minnesota Vikings over at Green Bay in an upset win, 28-22. Tennessee Titans went over to the Bengals and another upset win for the Bengals, 31-20. The Kansas City Chiefs hosted the New York Jets and won 35-9 as we all expected. The Indianapolis Colts beat the Detroit Lions 41-21. That's a much bigger win than any of us expected them to win by. The Pittsburgh Steelers went over to the Baltimore Ravens and they won 28-24 in a tight one. The Los Angeles Rams went down to Miami and lost 28-17 in Tua's first starting game since his injury. The New England Patriots went over to Buffalo and, as we all predicted, lost to Buffalo 24-21 with a last-minute fumble by Cam Newton. The Las Vegas Raiders went over to Cleveland and won 16-6. The Los Angeles Chargers went over to Denver and lost 31-30 in a tight one.
You mean a last-second touchdown by
Yeah.
Denver?
Well,
To end the game?
it was a tight one.
Yeah, it was a last-second touchdown.
Yep. I didn't get to
As
see.
time expired.
I don't think I got to see that game. The New Orleans
I
Saints.
neither. Saw the highlights though.
Yeah, the New Orleans Saints were hosting. Went to the Chicago, and won 26-23. That was actually a pretty decent game. The 49ers lost to the Seattle Seahawks 37-27. Dallas Cowboys, them boys, went over to Philly and lost 23-9. Then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Giants game turned into a much tighter game than we expected. They ended up winning 25-23.
Well, we should have known Brady playing the Giants never goes well for Brady.
Yeah, it's always a rough game, but at least he beat him this time.
It doesn't matter. He didn't beat him in 07. That's when it really matters.
Yeah, that was the bag. That was the season we don't talk about. Oh, and now we are week 9, and now we gotta do our picks. I don't have Gail's picks, so Turn, do you have Mo's?
I do have Mo's.
So, and Amanda's gonna do it live.
Gail's a little busy to make picks this week.
Yeah, she's resting up. So Nate, you're gonna start off. The Houston Texans. Why does that say 9:30? That should be 1 o'clock.
It is 1 o'clock.
And it's PM, not AM.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta fix that. Never mind. I gotta fix that on the other sheet.
Were they supposed to be in London this week?
Probably, and because it was copied from last year, and I think I forgot to fix that one. So the Houston
there was a game last year that week that was
right
in London.
Yeah. So at 1 o'clock, the Houston Texans are going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Who are you going with, Nate?
I'm gonna go with Houston.
You're gonna go with Houston.
Yeah.
This game is a little bit tougher for me, but I am also. Houston's starting to make a comeback. They're starting to actually do fairly well. But I'm going to go with Jacksonville. Jerry, who are you going with?
Houston.
Going Houston. Chris, who are you going with?
I am also going with Houston because I need Deshaun Watson to go off.
No, you need him to actually be behind to have to make a comeback for him to go off. I've noticed that it's the QBs that are behind that usually score the most points.
Yeah, I just need him to at least get like 55. I'll be happy.
I'll be happy with that too. Jeremy, what is Mo's pick for this game?
The Texans.
The Texans. Am I the only one that went with Jacksonville? Amanda, who you going with?
Texans.
Ooh, I may be the only person that goes with Jacksonville this week.
And you're gonna lose.
I wouldn't
That's
be
fine.
surprised if you were.
I'm gonna win this
Jacksonville's
game, Nate,
garbage.
and you're gonna lose this game by winning this game.
What? That
Well,
doesn't even make sense.
You're an owner of the Green Bay Packers, and if you win this game, you lose this game because you picked the San Francisco 49ers.
I've never been more happy to be wrong.
So
Hey,
next,
guess what? The rest of us win this game, except for Amanda.
yeah, no, Smitty also picked the 49ers.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that one up there.
I mean, historically, the Packers lose in Wisconsin, fucking California. So
Yeah,
Yeah, well, that's if the other team has a quarterback and a tackle and like
They're
20
starting
other
tight
players.
end.
yeah.
a lot changed between.
And their starting
time of picking
defense.
So next we have the New York Giants over at Washington. I was able to fix it. I had some time today, so I did fix it. So it's no longer the Washington team, formerly known as the Redskins. It's just Washington.
What do you mean time? What's that?
Proud of you.
So the New
Way
York
to-
Giants
way
are
to
going to
go.
Washington, and I have this first pick. Ooh. The Giants showed some light, but did they play the Super Bowl last week?
What?
I'm going to go with Giants.
What about the Super Bowl?
You know how that team, they play their heart out one game and they suck for the next 6 games?
No.
You know, like the Pats did against Seattle? Never mind.
Sure.
Yeah, so he's referring to the fact is a subpar team will play extra hard against a good team
You kidding me?
that they're normally really
I hope we can win a game.
that they're normally like a rival against, but yet they suck against them. So they play. That was loud. They play extra hard that week to try and beat them. Then the next week after that, they
suck
don't
bad.
try as hard. They suck a lot more.
That surprised me.
We could tell.
Kind of like when you're firing your weapon. You're supposed to be surprised when it fires. That's how I am when I fart.
Do you need to go check yourself?
I feel so bad for Amanda sometimes.
I feel bad for me too.
I said sometimes.
Jeremy, who you going with?
Hey,
I'm a
Amanda,
fucking
remember,
catch.
you're there by choice.
I know.
True.
For some reason, I love him.
Aw.
Aww.
So Nate, document that. It was recorded. She can't take it back now.
There's some free shit in Winchendon.
Jeremy.
Get off of it!
That's what she said.
Literally.
Jeremy, who you going with? The Giants or Washington?
I am taking the Giants.
Chris, who you going with?
I'm gonna take the Giants.
You're going to take the Giants. Who is Mo going with?
Oh, I have to actually look, don't I?
Yes, you do.
She's going with Washington.
She's going with the Washington team. Amanda, who you going with?
Washington.
Are you going to text... I meant to say... I was going to say Smitty, but I meant Brody. Find out who you should take.
No, I'm doing it on my own. I did it on my own last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nate, who you going with?
I am going with the Washington football team, especially since Saquon Barkley is still hurt.
So, Jeremy, you have the first pick next. The Baltimore Ravens are going to the Indianapolis Colts.
That actually should be a good game.
Yeah, that sounds like a great
It
game.
might be actually a really good game.
I am actually going to take Indy.
Chris, who you going with?
I am gonna go with Baltimore. I think they're coming off that loss last week. They're gonna be looking to rebound.
Well, Smitty also went Baltimore, so good luck.
Fuck.
Although Smitty was one of the 8 correct last week. Jeremy, who's Mo going with?
I don't know. I just found free AstroTurf in North Billerica. She's going with the Ravens.
She's going with the Ravens. Amanda, who you going with?
Talking about. Wait, who? What?
The
on.
Baltimore Ravens
Where?
are going
You're
to
distracted.
Indianapolis.
Okay.
I'm
Nate,
paying
stop
attention
rubbing
just
the
fine.
inside of her thigh.
Listen, I'm still trying to figure out where Nate fucked up in dropping all of his players and picking up new ones in that team.
That's okay. You can do that after you pick this. Baltimore Ravens. Okay.
Okay.
Nate, who are you going with?
I actually am going to co-sign with Jeremy. I think the Colts might be able to actually pull it off.
I've looked at this. The team, all these teams that figured out how to stop the Ravens, and they've figured out Lamar Jackson can't throw the ball. And the Colts are actually looking almost like the Colts of old. So I am also going with the Colts. The QB they have over there is surprisingly decent.
You mean Philip Rivers?
Yeah. He is surprisingly decent. Chris.
Wow. Really?
Well, he sucked everywhere else he went. You have the first pick between the Detroit Lions going over up to Minnesota. Over?
Fuck.
Is that an over?
It's an over.
Yeah, it's an over.
It's like it's almost straight over.
Yeah.
Shit. That's the toss-up game.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with the Vikings. I think they're just gonna
that win
do
last
what
week.
they normally do. Yeah.
You
Maybe
got-
it lit something under their ass.
Matt Stafford's out COVID for 2 weeks, so they're
Oh
starting.
yeah, I'm going.
Is he's out because of a close contact with someone who tested positive, so he might be back.
Yeah, but I wouldn't bank on it.
Well, speaking of might be back, Mo, who is Mo going with?
That made absolutely no sense.
She was so kind to drop off
she is going with the Vikings.
a sub for Gale tonight, so I was very surprised
Yeah,
about that.
because apparently you had enough free time to fiddle with spreadsheets, but not enough free time to cook dinner.
We had so many leftovers need to be eaten. You know what that is.
That's what you do. You eat leftovers.
No,
all the
everybody in the house at least eats leftovers. It's not like your house where nobody eats leftovers except for you. Amanda, the Detroit Lions or the Minnesota Vikings?
The Vikings.
The Vikings. Nate, where did he go?
The Vikings. He's peeing.
He's
Nate is
peeing?
unavailable at the moment. Please try again later.
He's a peeing apparently with the door open.
Well, yeah.
Yell up to him and ask him who he's picking, the Vikings or the Lions.
He already told me. The Vikings.
Ah.
Vikings,
I am
there's your
also
answer.
going to the Vikings. Jeremy, who you going with?
I'm going with the Purple People Eaters.
Purple People Eaters.
The one-eyed, one-horned, flying Purple People Eaters.
Well, now you're going to have... Well,
Hey, is that movie on the Plex?
no, I should find it, though.
You sound like Smitty.
Smitty loves to send me some good stuff to go find out. Like, oh, yeah. Although he did appreciate my mom's, 1970s black and white movies.
It's because he was alive for him.
Yeah, that was when he married his first wife.
I mean, I requested a bunch of Lifetime movies, but that's
Well, you have to send me a list, otherwise I don't get them.
I just need the login info for Lifetime.
Oh, I just have to go to your house. That's fine. Yeah. Jeremy, who's Mo going with between the Chicago Bears down at the Tennessee Titans?
She is going with the... Hold on. The Bears.
The Bears. Oh, Chris, she's rooting for you. Amanda, who you going with?
The Titans.
The Titans. Miss Nate, who you going with?
Do you say miss?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You have a vagina, didn't you know?
It's a glorious vagina.
His Audi's so small it's an innie.
I hate to say this, but I'm going to go with the Bears.
The Bears. You and a Mo. Titans have lost 2 weeks in a row. The Bears have kind of been on a rampage. But they've only beaten crappier teams. If Tennessee can get right, Tennessee is worth the pick, so I'm going to go with Tennessee. Jeremy, who you going with?
What game are we talking about?
The Bears down at Tennessee. Tennessee's home.
At Tennessee.
At Tennessee.
Let's go with the Titans.
Titans.
Nate, did you read this? Did you read how much those rolls weigh?
What do we need AstroTurf for?
Because then you always have green lawn all year round, and you
I
never
wanna-
have to mow it.
Me and Nate were both looking at AstroTurf actually when we were at Home Depot up in New Hampshire one day.
Well,
I want a mini golf course.
well, this person has. So on Marketplace, I found up in North Billerica, 11 rolls, 7 feet long by 36 inches wide. Each roll weighs approximately 3,500 pounds.
So what we do is we cut it down in the strips that we can carry, and we just put it in the back of a trailer.
I'm assuming they meant 350 pounds because 3,500 pounds is not you're not rolling that up.
No.
We could roll it up.
I'm assuming they meant 350 pounds.
We just got to get Bradshaw and a couple more linemen. It'll be fine. Chris, who you going with?
Just like when we tried to move a carpet up the steps.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with Tennessee.
I go with Tennessee.
Wait, who did I pick?
You picked Tennessee.
You went with Tennessee.
Okay.
So,
Sorry,
Amanda,
I'm
you have the first pick now. The Carolina Panthers are at Kansas City Chiefs. Up and
Chiefs.
over. Chiefs?
Chiefs. Yeah.
That's who Amanda's going with?
Oh,
Apparently, he's picking for me over here.
I thought I heard me.
No, I said Amanda.
I mean, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs, but not because he picked it.
Not because he picked it.
Sure.
So, Nate,
Sure.
you're also
Because
going with the
they're 7-1
Chiefs?
versus 3-5. Look, I'm paying attention.
Ooh, she is paying attention.
More than I am.
Soon she can fill in for you when you're not available.
Yeah,
Well,
but he's
when
not
you're-
available, I'm not available.
When you're unavailable.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to be gone for like 4 to 5 days where I'm going to be in Kentucky at the end of the month.
So you'll be.
Chris
So
told
you're
me about
saying you'll do it
today.
from. So you're saying you're going to do this from the road?
No, so he's saying Amanda's gonna do it from the basement.
Hang up her
Look,
swing.
I'm good at this game.
Jeremy's following right along. He's on it. She'll be in the fucking Talking Stuff studio here filling in.
What the fuck are you on?
The end of the month?
Thanksgiving time frame, you mean?
No,
Talk
no.
after.
We
It's
talk
after.
well here.
We
Wait,
already talked about it.
I'm gone the first Thursday in December, so I can't be on.
I will be gone. Let me pull up a calendar here.
The
Well,
first
before
Thursday
you
in
do,
December.
Nate, the Chiefs or the Panthers?
Chiefs.
Chiefs. I am also going with the Chiefs. Jeremy, who you going with?
Although Mr. Bridgewater has been making some kind of plays, but without McCaffrey, they kind of suck.
So
And I'm going with the quarterback the Bears should have picked instead of Trubisky.
Dick.
The Chiefs. Speaking of the Bears,
I'll be away probably from 30 November to 4 December.
so you're saying you're gonna miss the third. That is the first Thursday in December. So both you and Jeremy will be gone.
Yep.
So Amanda, I guess you're gonna be coming on.
Wait, hey, it looks like Chris
We'll
might
have
be
to
gone
start-
too.
A little late because Amanda works that Thursday.
I'll have my equipment with me. I'll be on.
I will not have anything with me.
We can have Amanda in studio and Nate from on the road.
Actually, there could be a chance that my LP might be able to be on that show.
Ooh.
Wait, in studio with Amanda?
No, in my hotel.
I actually like that a better idea, man. How about you?
I like that idea better. It's about to be a little lonely. I'm gonna get cold. I mean,
Don't
Need
worry,
You're
somebody
probably
to
gonna,
cuddle.
so, Amanda, you're gonna have to pack that reindeer thong for him if he's going to see his LP.
BJ Bib.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's a given. And the pink soap. And the pink
What
soap.
about him?
No! Fuck! Why?
What? What?
Come on!
Shut it off.
No! They put the backup in.
That means
Don't
it's done.
You know that fantasy football players need Aaron Rodgers to fucking keep playing?
It's
There's
How many points does he have? Nate, look look at your phone.
so Nate, where's Rodgers playing next year?
Harlow's a little worried about Nate right now.
Yes, Harlow is very worried.
Did everyone just hear Nate? He said Rodgers is playing New England next year.
Let's hope so. So, Chris, who you going with?
No, maybe he'll
What game are we even picking?
We're the Carolina Panthers and the Kansas City Chiefs before we got derailed.
Oh, the Chiefs. We'll go with the
You know the
Chiefs.
worst part? I pay more attention to Nate's side conversations than I actually do what we're picking.
So, Nate,
Sorry.
Nate, I know you love Harlow and you two need a room, but are you going to go with the Seattle Seahawks at Buffalo or Buffalo over the Seattle Seahawks?
I'm saying he's going with Seahawks.
I'm saying he's going Buffalo.
Am I picking right now?
You are.
Yes.
What
He
the
can't hear
fuck
us. He
happened
doesn't
to my
have headphones on.
headset?
Did Harlow steal your headset?
Yes.
He was chewing on it, and then he fell
Oh,
to the
this is
floor.
turned into chaos.
All right, what am I doing?
Okay, are you picking the
Seahawks or
Seattle
Bills?
Seahawks or
Seahawks.
Bills?
Seahawks.
Even though they're at the Bills?
Yeah, I think Russell Wilson is a much better quarterback than whatever his face is.
That's okay. I am also
Him
going
and
to
his
Seattle.
moonballs.
Jeremy, who are you going with?
I'm taking Mr. Moonball.
Mr. Moonball. Chris, who you going with?
Sea chickens.
Sea Chickens.
Can I start calling them Moon Chickens?
Jeremy, who's Mo going with? The Moon Chickens or the Bills?
She's
they
going
put
with
the
Moon
crack
Chickens.
Lakens since the hockey team's the Krakens and they're lacking the Kraken.
Oh, did you give me an answer for who Mo was going with between the Kansas City Chiefs game?
I do not believe you asked that question.
I thought
she's
you-
going with Kansas City,
She's going Kansas City.
just like the rest of us are, and she's
Alright.
going with the Seahawks.
And she's going with the
Hey,
Moonballs.
Nate.
Amanda, who you going with for the Moonballs against the Bills?
Fuck.
Chris.
I don't want to be a sheep, but I also don't want to be the only one that picks the other team.
I don't want to wait for life to be over.
No. No.
Come on,
Why
Nate.
is
What's the
my
next
face-
verse?
I guess the Seahawks.
The Seahawks.
Amanda,
What?
you got to realize, you cannot take emotion into picking who's going to win.
Yes.
You have to remove all emotion from picking. Otherwise, you get torn and you can't decide because now you have an emotional attachment to one team that you want to win, but you think the other team's going to win. So you have to remove that kind of emotion from picking.
I try every time I pick against the Pats.
Oh, it's easy this year.
Oh, this year is not that hard.
Easier this year.
Yes. Easier than
Why is
ever.
Why is my marketplace not loading?
So, Nate, what is the next line of that song? Do you know the next verse?
I want to wait for our lives to be over.
He doesn't know it. So, next we have the Denver Broncos at Atlanta. Ooh, this game has gotten harder to pick. Yeah. You know what? I want to go with Atlanta, but I think the better bet is to go with the Broncos. So I'm going to go with the Broncos this week. Jerry, who you going with?
Broncos.
What game are we talking about?
The Broncos at Atlanta.
I'm gonna take Atlanta.
You're going to take Atlanta. Smitty also took Atlanta. What are you going to take, Chris?
I'm taking the Broncos.
The Broncos. Jerry, who's Mo going with?
Hold on, I was giving Nate the rest of the lyrics to that part of the
I
song.
already did that. I don't know why you bothered.
I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. I want to know right now, what will it be?
Oh my god, no.
I don't want to wait
She's taking the
for our
Falcons.
lives to be over. Will it be yes or will it be sorry?
Stop. Harlow's gonna get all worked up again.
Harlow's
Bitches
thinking,
love me.
Harlow's thinking you're serenading her.
I ain't a bitch. You're the bitch.
Your dog is a bitch.
Technically.
Settle down, woman.
She's spayed. She's not a bitch anymore.
So, who's Mo going with, Jeremy?
The Falcons.
The Falcons. Amanda, who you going to go with? Nah, you've been serenaded.
That
There's
was
the rest of the song, Nate.
interesting. That was torture.
Don't worry, just getting the rest of the song to torture you a little more.
I know where you live.
Come on over. I got work to do.
I don't.
And he's got beer in the fridge at least.
Over, baby, come on over, come on.
You and
Hey,
Lori can drink
girl,
wine.
you know I got something going on.
Why? Why am I
Amanda,
here?
which one we going
Might
with?
stop by tomorrow. You can come by with them.
I'm going to go with. Falcons.
Falcons. Nate, who you gonna go with?
South Park, baby, the Broncos. Let's go, Broncos!
Woo! That is what gets her worked up.
She's like, you yelled, I'll snuggle.
It's the clapping.
Jeremy, who you gonna go with? The Las Vegas Raiders are heading over to the Los Angeles Chargers.
You know, I'm going to take the Chargers.
Chris, who you gonna go with?
I'm going to take Vegas.
You're gonna take Vegas. Smitty went with the Chargers. Jeremy, who's Mo going with?
Raiders.
The Raiders. Amanda, who you going to go with?
The Raiders. Smitty went with the Chargers.
The Raiders. Nate, who you gonna go with?
I concur. I'm going with the Raiders as well.
So this is where I run into my issue. The Chargers.
Which issue? You have a lot.
Well, yeah. But so the Chargers QB is that rookie QB that actually looks really good. And it's really his defense that fucked him over last week. In that game. They were up 20-something points and they pulled a not Arizona Cardinals.
A Falcons.
A Falcons loss last week. And basically he's just got to make sure he scores more points than the defense will let up.
You know, that's the fourth time this year they've had a double-digit lead going into the fourth quarter and lost.
I will say that Travis had a very John Madden-esque excuse with, yes, the team that scores the most points wins the game.
That's such a good John Madden line. I miss him. But I'm going to say he's going to pull it. It's going to be a tight game, but I think he's going to win this game. Chris.
Travis.
Next we have the Miami Dolphins hosting the Arizona Cardinals.
That's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
You know
especially
what?
The way Miami's
You know
turning
what?
on.
This one's for you, Smitty. I'm going to go with the Dolphins.
Gonna go with the Dolphins. Smitty, as every week has gone with the Dolphins, goes with the Dolphins. Jeremy, who's Mo going with?
What game? Dolphins versus who?
Dolphins versus Cardinals.
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 Cardinals are at home.
Yeah, Cardinals are at home. Amanda, who you going with?
The Cardinals.
The Cardinals. Nate, who are you going with? You're gonna go give Smitty some love?
Fins up, baby. Dolphins.
God, I really don't want that tattoo.
I want to go with you to watch you get that tattoo.
Oh, I think that we should go and host the tattoo show with him getting it.
We
if he has
should.
to get it.
That'll
Didn't
definitely
we already
be fun.
decide on that?
I don't know.
Wasn't that decided on? If he gets it, it has to be done on the
Smitty's
new tattoo podcast.
And Smitty's coming up for it too.
It's gonna be a really crowded room.
Yeah, it will be. It's okay.
Yeah, hopefully.
Maybe Nate's tattoo artist will let us all do a little piece of it for him.
Please, I can just color in the part that I can't fuck up. Oh yes, this is gonna be so fun. I cannot wait.
I'll just color in the nipple, Nate.
None of you know where my tattoo guy lives, so
I'm sure we could find him.
Well, Nate, don't worry. We can't all be in the same room. We break all kind of state rules now.
Oh yeah, all these.
So he has to follow Board of Health.
Oh yeah, all these COVID rules.
I'm sorry. Oh.
Well, maybe by then.
10 people.
Yes, it's less than 10 people. So, this one's a tough one. Them being at Arizona makes me want to pick the Cardinals, but the Dolphins, they're really trying to make a run for the playoffs. and they're doing a good job of it. But it's hard to pick them because it is an emotional thing. You know what? I'm going to go with the Cardinals. They're at home. They're a tough team at home to beat. And that's what I'm going to stick with.
On paper, the Cardinals potentially are one of the best teams in the league.
Right. But the Dolphins are making magic happen where magic shouldn't be happening. So that's why it's hard for me. Jeremy,
if they
who you
had
going
Cam
with?
Newton as start their quarterback, they'd be winning all the games.
If Miami had Cam Newton starting, they'd be worse than the Patriots are right
talk
now.
about the Cardinals.
Oh, no.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they'd be worse than the Patriots, too. If not as bad. Oh, Green Bay might lose. They're down 34-16. And...
There's 4 seconds left. Don't even start.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah. So, Jeremy, who you going with?
The Cardinals.
The Cardinals.
Sorry, Smitty. I can't do it.
So, Mo has the first pick between the Pittsburgh Steelers and them boys.
I'm going to say she's going with the Steelers.
You're not even going to bother looking.
Oh, I looked.
Amanda, who are you going to go with?
I don't know. This is a really, really hard choice.
I know. An undefeated team against a 4-string quarterback.
I mean, I feel like I should go with a 4th-string. Just kidding.
Nate, who you going with?
Steelers.
I am also going with the Steelers on that one. Jeremy, who you going with? Some 4-string action?
I'm going to go with the Steelers.
Chris, how about you?
Steelers.
Steelers. Let's get through the last of this. It's getting late. Amanda, I think you're the first pick.
Hold on who?
New Orleans Saints at Tampa. This should be a good game. Tom Brady and the Buccaneers are hosting Drew Brees and the Saints. This will
Is
be...
Michael Thomas playing?
I think he's still out.
He's on my fantasy team. Of course he's not playing.
Good point. Well, yep.
He's on IR.
Can you just drop everybody?
But I like beating people from time to time because people don't know how to set their own rosters.
I'm gonna sadly go with the Buccaneers.
Why is that sad?
I'm a little salty. Okay.
I'm a little salty. Especially out of the season we're having.
Because I really wanted him to suck. So bad.
I could have told you he wasn't going to suck.
Yeah. Nate, who you going with?
Saints.
Saints.
Yeah.
Drew
Brees is way better than Tom Brady.
I ain't going with the Buccaneers because they may have lost that first game, but they're not losing the second game. Not as long as they keep playing the way they have been. It's going to be a much better game this time around, and they only barely beat them last time.
Antonio Brown, 3 touchdowns. Just saying.
Well, that's because he's on your league, fantasy league, and that's what you hope for. Jeremy,
I'm not even starting him right now.
Jeremy, who you going with? Jeremy.
He's trying to play you something.
This microphone doesn't pick it up as well.
No.
I'll have to play it on my phone. I'm taking the Bucks. They're going to split the series, like I said at the beginning of the year.
Because really, this may be the game that decides that divisional game.
No, I don't think so. I think the Saints are going to have a worse record than the Bucks at the end of the year, anyways.
Oh yeah. Chris.
Bucks.
Smitty went with the Saints. Amazingly enough, he didn't stay in Florida. Jeremy, is Mo going to stay with their Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
In TB12, we trust.
In TB12, she trusts. So, Nate, the New England Patriots are going to the Jets to lose. Are you going to... What do you think?
He's like, what the fuck?
Do you think that... This is the Monday night game. Does anybody believe this should be the Monday night game?
Do it just to be like, they're going to win.
Well, Smitty went with the Pats.
I'm gonna go with the Jets.
After the way this season's been, the Jets actually may seem like a plausible win.
Like, honestly, no game has legit 50-50 odds than this one.
Yeah.
This could go either way. It really could. And I would love... Or the Jets are home.
The Jets are at home.
I think they have a better chance of winning in New England, but, I mean... fuck it.
Oh. This is so hard. I've never thought picking a Patriots-Jets game would be so hard to pick.
I know.
But this is really legit hard. You know what? It's the Jets. They're at home. They're 0-7. 0-8? 0-7 or 0-8? So one of the two. 0-8.
You talking to me, or are you trying to figure out what you're doing?
I'm gonna... Oh, it hurts, but I think I'm gonna go with the Pats. Jeremy, who are you gonna go with?
I wasn't always the fastest. I wasn't always the smartest. But I believed within myself that I was a giant.
Then he pivots, fakes,
We're not talking about Giants.
halfway down the field to our hopefully still wide open tailback. I call it the annexation of Puerto Rico.
I love this.
Really?
I'm gonna go with the Pats because Mr. Icy Ghost is probably not playing with a hurt shoulder.
Who the fuck sees ghosts?
Sam. Nope.
Yes.
It is a callback from last season.
Yes. He saw
See,
ghosts.
this is why me and Nate understand each other. I will pull up a random comment from a previous years, and he goes, "Oh, I remember that one."
Like, I'm even
Well,
happy. I'm all over the marketplace right now, but I knew exactly what you were saying.
That's because it was on Twitter all over the place, and all the ghosts in the background. Chris, who you going with?
I'm gonna go with the Pats.
You go with the Pats. Jerry, who did Mo go with?
She went with the annexation of Puerto Rico.
So the
Good
Jets?
Patriots.
Oh. I was gonna say, because the Pats don't have an annexation of Puerto Rico, even though they need one. Amanda, who you going with?
The Pats.
The Pats. So that makes Nate the only Jets picker, because Smitty went with the Pats.
Jets, Jets. Harlow, sit down.
Congratulations, you can spell.
He literally started doing that. Harlow was across the room and came over, like running over.
Hey, you can spell better than an ex-GETS player can.
I fucking saw that. That's awesome.
So the Indianapolis Colts
Eagles
next Thursday's game might not actually be a bad Thursday night game. The Indianapolis Colts are over at Tennessee. This one's actually a pretty tough one to pick. We have a lot of
game.
So Indianapolis Colts are at Tennessee, down at Tennessee.
I think Colts.
I'm gonna go with Tennessee. Jeremy, who you gonna go with?
Colts at Tennessee.
Colts at Tennessee Titans. It's not super warm down there this time of the year, but the things have changed, so it might be warm. Don't yawn, Chris. That's mean.
My answer is Chris and Travis have fallen asleep within a half hour.
We're at 2 hours and 18 minutes, guys. Come on, Jeremy.
I am gonna go with the Titans at home.
Don't you dare put this on me.
Chris,
Don't put that.
Who you going
Ricky
with?
Bobby. I'm gonna take at Nissan Stadium. I'm gonna take the Titans.
Titans. Smitty went with the Titans. Jeremy, who did Mo go with?
She went with the Titans
Titans.
on Thursday night.
Amanda, who
she
you going with?
specifies Thursdays now for me.
Yes.
Because one week I missed their double of the same team, and I'm like, wait a second.
Titans.
Titans. That's how Gail sends me when she sends me the email, the text message. She's like, Thursday. This one.
I just make Thursday my last one.
And Nate, you have the last pick.
It looks like I'm going to go ahead and just follow the flock here with the Titans.
They're the Titans.
You
Though
sheep.
there is a part of me that wants to go with the Colts because I know Gail isn't going to pick the Colts because she has a thing against the Colts.
Yes.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go with the Colts.
Nope, too late. You already said the Titans.
Yeah.
I didn't say it was my final answer.
You don't give final answer. You give one answer, and that's it.
Because the funny part is I had.
Besides, it's the thick and thin sports cast. It's not the thick, thin Jeremy and Chris sports cast. Thick and thin. We make rules there, big boy, not them.
All right, Chris, let's start our own sportscast.
I didn't say shit.
Chris is like, don't bring me into this. I wasn't in a bit.
As soon as college football's over, Chris is like, oh, I'm just going to be quiet and sit here.
I gave Chris the gift of a podcast just for him and I. It's At the Movies with Chris and Nate.
Where's my podcast with you?
Is Amanda glaring at you right now for all these podcasts?
She had no idea that we made a podcast.
No, I did. I just forgot.
We made a baby.
We did make a baby.
Hey, where's my podcast?
Listen, he has way too many podcasts. We have 0 time together.
And that's
ours is like every 2 weeks.
Look, relationships work when you don't spend time together.
It's facts. I disappear downstairs and Gail still appreciates me.
Travis only appears once every 2 years, gets her pregnant, and then leaves again.
It's like deer season. It's like rut. It's like deer season.
Or no, it's every 5 years. Isn't it? 6 years.
Connor's 6.
6 years. 6 years.
6.
So 5 because you got her pregnant for 10 months.
Jeez.
Connor just turned 6 recently.
Travis, it
9
took you
months.
a long time to find
Yeah,
that
9
pack
months.
of cigarettes.
He went out for milk. He knew where the cigarettes were.
You know, it's much cheaper down in Tennessee for cigarettes than it is up here.
Oh man.
Oh. We have fun here on the Thick and
We
Thin
do. But I think at 2 hours and 22 minutes, which was one of our longer shows that we've done recently,
Well,
it's
that's
time to
because
go.
We haven't had Thin on, so it's been
all,
me
folks.
talking. Everyone listens.
Bye, everybody.